What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1212 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas. Very, very special week, special show. I'm your host, Christian Piles. To the right, Father John Kozak, holding it down with the laptop. He gets laptop privileges during the show. To the left, Andrew Spencer Spay. And to the left, James Dean Rader. How we doing, boys? Are we ready for this week?
Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready for this freaking week.
I don't know what you're even talking about. Super Bowl's over.
Super Bowl's over.
The Lopers are champions.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
All right, mark it down. How long did it take for us to get to the Carney Championship talk?
Back to back.
Congrats to the Lopers. You know, it's good to. I'm sure that was a fun experience to watch them do it.
It
How many
was.
champs do they have?
One.
One champ? Mm-hmm. All right. How many points did they win by?
It was close. Only
Real team race.
80. It was a real team race. The top four teams were only separated by, I think, 8 points. Like Kearney had 86, I want to say. In fourth place, Central Oklahoma.
Like 2009
or
Iowa.
something like that.
Real tight one. Low scoring.
They even had the most champs. McKendree, who finished third, had the most champs.
Dang.
Two.
Fun team race. Not so much fun, or more fun than the team race for D3. Wartburg ran away with it.
Yeah.
Rushed the field.
Berg's gonna Berg.
Wartburg. So big for the Midwest area. You got Iowa and Nebraska.
Indeed. Okay, JD, take it away.
So, we went through the brackets hardcore last show. Now, it's time to make our picks on paper. Time to put up or shut up.
This is the final pick'ems of the college season.
Yes, it is.
I'm winning, but
Debatable.
It would feel like, actually, you know what it would feel like? It would feel like 2009 Iowa. They won the team title, no champs. Okay, so if I don't win this one, I'm still.
All that matters is March.
Yeah.
If I
Sick regular season title, bro.
no, the whole thing that was never said that there's a regular. And the whole thing is just the season.
We talked about
I'll still
family.
win,
Well,
but I won't.
think Kozak gets to.
I'm going to have to.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I have to look at the rule book.
No.
We mentioned Family Feud rules. The last round counts for triple of what the first two rounds count.
Well, I think we should do finalists.
Finalists. This might take a while.
We should do, finalists and champs.
Dang. Okay. So wait.
Okay, now we gotta decide this live on air. Are we gonna go like I picked this person as a finalist?
Or we could
and then this person,
do
is it,
1 point for
this
finalists,
is
2 point for champ.
3 point for champ.
So if I pick a finalist and he wins, I'm still right.
Maybe we'll just do 1 point if he makes the finals, 2 points if he wins.
Well, but then do we pick each finalist at the same time?
No, I think it's still just.
How many total picks do we?
You each get 5 picks. 1 point for finals, 2 point for champs.
Okay.
But we only get 5 picks. We're not.
Yeah, you pick your champ. Yes.
Pick your champ.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You like that?
So we're still
Everyone agree?
We're still just doing.
I like that. It's just
Champ
five
picks?
picks. We're just
I think
picking our
it's-
champs.
It's nice and simple. Champ picks. You get 1 point if he makes the finals, 2 points. Because here's the deal right now. Christian's winning 68-61. So
Unbelievable.
if we just pick
Also get
champs-
debatable because you could go week by week.
What a run.
Well, yeah, week by week it's 8-8.
Only because every time we tie, you make up a new criteria that makes. You know what? I'm not even gonna let it get. I'm the best at this. Okay, I'm winning.
Well, Ben is the best.
Ben's not here. Ben is not on the show.
Yeah.
Also,
He
again,
already
debatable.
achieved. He achieved everything.
I
he
kind of have thought about just bringing him back for pick'ems, just so he could troll us every week. Because I can't let him go out like that.
Yeah.
Out on top. You need to knock him down a peg before
Absolutely.
he's allowed to officially retire.
Exactly.
You got to do 1 year in the random team.
He's already the better wrestler and coach. I gotta have something. Prognostication.
And if he ends up being better at that too,
Hey,
then we'll just make
how
up
many
rules
Virginia
until he
State
can't.
champions has he ever coached?
0.
That's right.
Not even close. I've coached 2. So how about that, Ben?
Twice as good.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. All right. I like this idea. John Kozak, we're
Yeah.
ready. Who goes first?
Christian goes first.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Give me Mitchell.
Yeah.
That's the pick.
That's the pick.
2. Josh Barr.
J Bar.
Yeah.
I would have been. I was honestly between them. I don't think there's a big difference, to be honest. I honestly think it gets tough from here on out, really. And I know what the obvious next pick is, and I'm going to make it.
But your confidence has dropped a little.
Yeah. Not really. Jesse Mendez. It's not dropped a little. I don't know. Sergio Vega's interesting. Luke Stanch is really good. Crazy stuff happens at this tournament every single year. But Jesse's been too good.
But what other weight would you feel more confident in? Like what other champ?
I don't want to say,
Yeah.
but I will after JD goes. Yeah, more confident. Yeah.
What are you going to do, James?
I'm thinking,
Jimothy.
running through my champs.
Running through my head.
He's going to give up his pick. We can't have this kind of lag.
Give me.
Oh, Lord.
You know what? That's crazy. PJ Duke.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I think
He did look really good.
After what he did to
Big
Antrell,
time.
it's like
But here's
that man.
I don't know how, we won't get into it right now. I will, though. Levi Haynes.
Yeah.
That was probably the pick.
Yeah.
Because also you could have. Well, no, PJ wouldn't have dropped.
Well, it's funny though, because like you look at Levi versus Chris Minto, and PJ versus Antrell. You're like, who do you feel more confident in?
Is he going to get to? Is Minto going to get to him? I think that should be on people's radar. Minto's
sure.
got to go through
Simon Ruiz,
Singleton. I think before that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Are they on
I
the-
think Minto's fantastic.
Right.
What side of the bracket are they on? Who's Minto?
Opposite.
All bottom. Yeah, he's number 3 seed.
So they could be on the main stage too. Stages are not so. You can get pushed out.
I don't understand.
They're not going to be on a stage until the finals.
Oh, okay.
And then when they get on the main stage,
I got
maybe
it.
Levi loses a point because once again he pushes him off the
Them off.
stage.
Okay, I'm with you now.
All right, Jimothy.
Luke Lodahl.
Dang.
Wow.
See, that was good. That was a good pick, buddy. Because that would have been my next one. Oh, actually, this is great. This worked out perfect for me. Shane Van Ness. This is wonderful. I'm going to go out a champion.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's. I think it's telling that he drifts to the 4th round.
Not
And
really.
Everybody feels like he's such a huge favorite.
Well,
you know.
I just think he's a less favorite than. I mean, I would have picked Shane before PJ Duke and Luke Lillidahl. 100%.
Okay.
So it's just this is like, he would be my 5th, I guess, most confident champ pick.
Because you'd have Barr in there.
Give me.
Yeah, I would have Barr.
So let's see. We have 285 left. 33.
84.
84.
84. Give me Jax.
I like it.
And I like it.
Because he's going to make the finals. You feel, I mean.
Yes,
it's like-
and I'm thinking about what you're gonna do.
Oh, you're thinking about what I'm going to do?
And I think I'm gonna get some value.
I'm going to, yeah, I know what you think I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it.
What's Christian gonna do?
Jonger.
Wow.
I didn't think you were gonna do it. I thought you were gonna go
Yeah.
T-Rums
No.
and or pick 184.
Well, I'm not going to say it yet, but I'll let you go. And then I'll say what I was going to say.
Well, what that
Because you have a tough choice.
because Rocco is such a
open
great
path.
draw,
He has been blessed.
but you don't think he's the best wrestler in the bracket. So you want to pick somebody else, but you know
He might be the best wrestler in the
he
bracket.
might be the best wrestler. But you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick this guy, but it's smart to pick Rocco.
Yeah. So
But I'm going Max McAnally.
really,
Wow.
I love this for me.
Staying
so much.
consistent with the 184
Hey.
pick
I'm gonna
that you
shoot.
made for lineup legends.
I think, yeah,
If you're trying to win it, you got to make picks like this.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I just would have picked Aiden, but I understand why not. I mean, Aiden's got
Angelo.
and Max, but yeah. Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. You could go Rocco and basically get a point, which who knows what it's gonna come down to. Who knows how much this is gonna get blown up. I feel good about mine
Yeah, I messed up taking PJ second.
for sure. That's gonna be
I forgot to write him down, and I was running through the champs in my head.
and then you got flustered. We were
Yeah.
trying to move you along.
It's all good. I love my guys. I've got the right guys.
Got the right guys. All right.
This is you guys collectively taking the over of 5.5 Penn State champs, setting the record.
7. We have 7.
Lordy B.
And they were our 7 most confident.
No, you have 6. Jesse
I have
does not.
Jesse in there.
Oh, sorry, Jesse. Yeah.
But they are 6 of the 7 top picks. You finished with 3 non-Nittany Lions. But I think 5 is the most likely option, but 6 is very close. So I
Who
think
would you take off the list?
I don't know if Van Ness. I just think if you're doing the over/under, that Van Ness would be my pick, or is my pick. But I think the odds that not all those picks are going to happen is enough to where I would say 5 is the most likely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you guys before the show, for my lineup legends pick, at 149, I went with Lachlan McNeil. Because I'm trying to find the difference maker there.
That's the DraftKings style of you can't just do all chalk because then everybody will have that. Or your
Right.
or your March Madness, your basketball bracket, you got to pick some weird stuff in there because that's the only chance in a large field with a lot of people participating that you're going to stand out.
If Lachlan wins the national tournament, I would be shocked. I mean, he has a guy who beat him in this very first match.
I know.
This year.
It's great.
It's
The thing,
but
the
I
thing
have
is
him in
about
the
149 is that if once Shane goes down, there's 10 guys who I feel like
That is
all have a legitimate
such facts.
shot. So if Shane does something weird, or not even that weird, like Swiderski beating him in the semis would be quarters would be an upset, no doubt. But that's not even that crazy. And then Casey's the 8th seed, and he is very vulnerable. So that's why I'm like, going out on a limb on Lachlan's not the longest limb.
I don't know if the Swiderski matchup is great. I think, interestingly, now who knows if he's going to make it to this match. I think Colin Guy is an interesting matchup, just from the mat perspective. I think you need to ride Shane Van Ness.
Slow him down.
You got to hold him
Yeah.
down. You got to get him early. You got to hold him down for a little bit. And I think that's the path. And I think I would say Guy and Joy are the 2 best candidates to be able to do that. You can't have him in your face for 7 minutes. So you got to hold him down, whether that's taking him down early and ride him, which is obviously always a great recipe to win a match, or ride him when he goes under.
You think Joy makes it to the finals?
I do.
I do as well.
It's so crazy. I'm in the middle of writing the 149 preview. I have it up later today. But I think I listed 10 or 11 contenders, and you can go through their wins and losses, and you can just trace win, loss to
all of them.
Almost 20 guys in the bracket,
Yeah.
just with the different losses they've taken and those guys have taken. It really is. If you're going to circle a bracket to just get blown up, it's all right, 149 is the bracket.
Chaos bracket.
Yeah, it's the
that's
one
what I said. I actually
chaos.
uploaded my 49 preview video, and I said, is this the way to chaos?
Yeah.
And I really think it is. Even though you have a mainstay, solid one, undefeated guy, it still feels like...
But there are guys like Lachlan he closed the year out really good. Casey Swiderski, he's won 12 matches in a row after a very rough start. So there are
But
guys
didn't wrestle Guy.
That's true.
in the duel.
That's true.
No, he did not.
But it is a weight where you're going through the contenders and you can talk yourself into an ever-expanding list where you just keep going and you go, all right, well, let's draw a line here. But wait a minute, this guy deserves to be in just as much as
I have to list him.
And then that guy opens the door for the next guy. And then next thing you know, you're like, all right, this is half the field.
Yep.
Makes for some fun
Yeah,
matches,
I love
though.
49. I think it's going to be a great weight.
All right. Should we start at 125?
Yeah, what are we
Run through
gonna
some
do?
Stuff.
What do you want to...
Real quick.
I sent Kozak all my
Got it.
completed brackets.
I got him.
So everyone can...
We're going to see how they look right now.
First, your craziest prediction for NCAAs.
Ooh.
I think without a doubt it's Zack Ryder placing.
Yeah, that's
That's Cowboy Christian.
Hey,
From the 22.
now, out of the 22 with exactly one
You haven't taken
functional
eighth.
shoulder. I have him getting eighth.
I will say his skill and talent level is All-American level. He has shown that.
Yeah.
I don't trust his shoulder to hold up through an entire national tournament because it is extremely grueling.
Let's see the.
Especially when he's got a tough first-round match, a very losable first-round match, and then would have to fight back.
Every
You have him
match
making
is
the
losing.
quarters. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the
I
path for
went nuts, boys.
path for Ryder is Cartagena Walsh, round 1, Knightenbach, who's pretty sneaky good.
He's really good.
I remember he wrestled Rocco Welsh tough early.
Yes.
And I was like, oh man, Rocco's struggling. It's like, oh, that's why, because Knightenbach's really good. So then you have him losing to McAnally.
And then he's done. Packs it in.
And
dropping
then you said
down.
thank you for the placement.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
How hard was this for you to?
This was it. I cried.
Like-
I cried.
You have him beating Ian Bush in the blood round.
Wow.
Listen, I got a big heart, and I'm loyal to random wrestlers sometimes for no reason at all. There's no reason for me to have any sort of loyalty to either of these guys, but here I am. That's my round of 12 matchup.
In your defense, I've often outthought myself on picks for NCAAs, going like, oh, he was injured or he looked bad. Like the conference tournament, he didn't finish or whatever.
Yeah.
Only to get completely burned and be like, no, he's fine, or it's NCAAs are different and they come through.
Here's the thing about making your NCAA predictions, especially on the backside, don't think too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your gut feeling?
Yeah, just go. That's it. And that's what I did. So I don't know. You can look at my finishers. I have some high seed, quite a few high seeds placing.
The highest seed you have, 125, I think is the
Vince.
obvious one. Vincent Robinson.
But some of
Other
them
than
are
that-
very chalk. Like 9's my highest seed at 33. but
33 is also all in order too. You went right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
I flipped a little bit.
Serrano is the only one you got in.
And then
And Larkin and
and
Drake.
And Drake.
And Drake. Mm-hmm.
I got
Composto getting it done again.
Posto, I think his draw is pretty solid to place. I think he's going to do it again. 49, I have a 11, 10, and 16 all on the podium up to 3 and 5, losing around to 12.
Wow.
I think Waters going to do great. I think he's going to have a good tournament.
My craziest prediction,
I need this.
to the surprise of probably nobody, Garrett Grice hitting the podium.
Eric Grice.
No,
Number 8.
I'll give you credit. That is not what I
All
thought
right.
you were going to
So
say.
Here's the path. Let me find him here.
Oh, you threw Kyler Larkin.
Larkin
Great
round
first
one.
round match.
No,
Got him.
he loses first round.
okay.
Okay, we're on the same page so
Ultimate
far.
Road Warrior to 8.
Christian has great.
Well, not ultimate
going,
road
too.
warrior.
Well, not, yeah, it doesn't
So then he'll hit Spidle on the backside.
Vital man.
On the backside.
Hold
the
on.
things a Spidle can.
This font's too little for me. Then he beats Spidle.
You should have just shared.
Then he beats Ferrara. And then he has Farber, because Farber beat Bergen. These, so far, nothing's too crazy.
Can you share that with me real quick so I can pull it up?
Yeah, sure.
That way our friends at home can.
Yeah, they can see.
see.
And not watch you squint like an old man looking at your papers.
Dude, I got 2020.
You need some readers?
Yeah.
Have KD hook it up.
Not those.
Oh,
Those will make
those are
Blind.
those things are the drunk goggles they give the kids in
you'll be
high
able
school.
to. You'll be able
this
to
is how you
see
drive.
through- what happens through the paper with these.
Those are X-ray.
Yeah.
And then Serrano
Okay.
in the blood round. And then he loses to Larkin. And then he loses to Bird.
Wait, in the blood round he loses to Larkin?
It beats Serrano in the blood round, right?
Or, yeah, he beats Serrano in the blood round and then loses to Larkin.
All right. Let's get to the bottom of this.
You know what? That's not that crazy.
Right.
All those, not that crazy.
It's fun to pick somebody
Oh,
to
the
go.
draw.
Serrano has some wild
Okay.
losses this year.
Okay.
This is JD's.
Vital.
You're looking at his back.
Ferrara, Farber, Serrano. That's not the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Like, I didn't go in being like, you know what, Garrett Grice, I need him on the podium.
You're like, if it was reasonable, you would do it. You'd pick it.
And, I mean, you can look at my brackets. Like, Iowa State, I still have, what do I have him finishing? It's not in the top 3.
Second.
Let's see.
I had the Cowboys finishing
You have-
second.
You are, listen, you went more cowboy crazy than me. I have
Look
been
at this. I don't
getting
even have Iowa State having a trophy.
You have him at 6th
Wow.
or 5th.
Yeah, I went crazy with the boys.
wow. Where did those points come
Maybe
from?
maybe I bonus.
I guess. I mean, I put in
I didn't do
some
anything
bonus.
crazy. Like,
They don't score that much bonus.
I think I went Jax, like Tech.
I think I had him
have
second
10
to the semis.
Looks like 10 bonus points.
That's not that many.
10 British Petroleums.
I guess I just kind of maxed them all out.
Yeah.
Mine is Zack Ryder, apparently.
You have Facundo on the podium?
Yeah,
'Cause
I believe so.
Holy cow! You're gonna blind people with these sheets.
I like filling out the front side first, and then on the back side, like kind of hopping around. And then if I'm like, these picks are kind of boring, let me do something weird. I might pull a Garrett Grice making the podium too. You got to put one guy in there, a flyer.
You picked 9 All-Americans for Oklahoma State.
That was not intentional.
Yeah, it was.
And Ryder's the one that didn't.
You don't even have him in the round of 16. Rider Nation is about to laugh in your face
Wow.
as soon as they establish a nation.
Well, you're going to be elected president of it, I think.
No, they've got their family rolls deep.
That's true. And then Cowboy fans are coming on pretty strong these
This
days.
is a fun little Jason Bryant fact from the chat.
Okay.
1 through 8 has never placed in order in history.
133 in 2013 or 12. No, 12 was really, really close.
Yeah, let me look at
I
it.
think it was one where like it was a pretty determined 8 at least.
That's a good stat. That's one of those where you hear it and you're like, that's crazy. And then you're like, well, I guess it makes
Not
sense.
really.
Right.
Let's see. You think it was 2012 or 2013?
I think 12.
Krispy Kreme year.
It just feels like with so many years of weight classes being seeded out to 12 that like it would happen
13.
once.
13, yeah, because JO was the one.
Wasn't the JO? Yeah.
Okay. I'll look at it. You guys want to go to
All right. Yeah. What's your? Do you have a craziest take, John or Drew?
I already said mine.
Oh, Lackland.
But that's not. I'm not picking that. That's only for lineup legends.
Okay, that doesn't count.
That's private.
What's your real actual?
Let me see. I'm
Clipping
only
it out
on.
and saying you're
I'm only on 197. No, you can't clip that. That's only for this show. I'm only on 197. I didn't finish filling it out, and I don't remember anything that I picked.
Right,
I'm
right
pretty
on.
behind. I'm going to have to.
Let's see. I got Ty Waters doing well. Connor Uten, I have him placing.
Oh, I do not.
Let's see.
Cyclone Kozak.
Wow.
Consiglio. I got Consiglio placing. I
Ooh.
think he's going to do well.
I had him pretty high.
I think I got 49. I have Lackland and Carter Young placing. That's the 11 and 12. I think Carter Young's really good.
Yeah, I do too. He looks good.
Fishback, getting it done, making the semis and taking 6th.
I think he does that.
But yeah, other than that,
Okay, very sane.
I haven't. I barely scratched the surface of these brackets, but
For
I'm waiting. I'm not waiting for anything. Just got to get it done. But I will let the biases show somewhere in there. I'm going to have some EIWA guys. I'm going to have some New Jersey guys. There's going to be somebody like Caleb Tyus or TK Davis that are from programs like SIUE or Gardner Webb that haven't gotten a lot of All-Americans that I'm just gonna force their way in.
all right.
Even though Caleb Tyus did not win the MAC.
He did not win the MAC, but that's okay.
I'm nervous.
Still got the what 6?
6 seed.
all right, 2013, 133. Let me see if I can bring this in real quick so I'm not just saying names. So Logan Stieber was the 1. He won it. Tony Ramos was the 2. He took 2nd. Tyler Graff was the 3. He took 3rd. AJ Shop was the 4. He took 4th. John Morrison
Oh, he might.
was the 5.
He got.
Or John Morrison took 5th. I don't know where he was. Where is he?
J-Mo.
There's also a Jimmy Morris throwing me off here. Dardanes took 6th. He was the 5. Cody Brewer took 7th. Where's he at? Oh, John Morrison was the 7.
7.
Okay. So yeah, that was pretty close.
Brewer was the 8.
Brewer was the 8, and then Nathan McCormick from Missouri. Where is he? He was the 6. So all top
8
place.
place.
The
And it
top,
was one going because I remember going into it. It's like no, these are the 8 guys that are gonna place, and they were pretty well tiered in that order.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. That's kind of how 133
Feels
right
except
now.
for
except
the
for
8, 9.
Markel Baker.
and Dom Serrano. I don't
Eric
have
Rice.
a Garrett Gray.
Garrett Gray,
Garrett
yeah,
Grice.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's circle back to 125. You can talk through it a little bit. We're not going to get too much into the weeds. We kind of did that. But my bracket, 125, fairly chalk.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. I got Luke beating Eddie in the semis.
What do you have?
Actually, I go
wait, no,
1
you
through
don't.
8.
You can't have Luke beating Eddie in the semis.
Or,
What do you
sorry, in the
have?
finals. I'm in the finals.
Oh.
I've got 1 through 8 as my All-Americans.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Except I've got Spratley taking 3rd.
I do too.
So you don't have V-Rob. You have him
not.
losing. You have him losing to Provo in the round of 12.
I had that too. But I have Robinson just winning, even though he's lost to him the last 2 times.
I didn't have a good read on that one.
No, I mean that's the read is he's beat him twice this year. That's what you should pick.
Both of you guys had Volk beating Buzakis again
I have him in the finals.
at NCAAs. Yeah, Christian, you have him in the
I
finals.
think one thing that
That was one for me.
people talks about like seeds and oh, you got to beat them all. It's like, well, you actually don't have to beat them all. The path is of the utmost importance for a lot of these brackets, and I think that's just the case here at 25. I think Volk has a pretty blessed path. Although Brady Rourke in round 1 literally beat him this year. That said, different jury. It seems that was a rough duel for Minnesota. I see him making the. I watched that Buzakis Volk match. He really controlled it. It was. I don't know what changes. And then I've seen him lose or beat Eddie Ventresca twice, and I think it will be Eddie in the semis. I think it's just a good path for Jory, and I think he wins it.
This one for me was your Vincent Robinson over Provo on the backside.
Yeah.
No really rhyme or reason. Gut feeling. Ventresca's just going to 4-1 his way or tiebreakers his way to a national final.
You know what's interesting about the Ventresca-Volk match? They wrestled twice at national duels. Both times, Eddie rode him for 125. Exactly 1:25 seconds. And I think he even got away in time in the third, but Volk figured out a way to win both matches.
The second match, the second time they wrestled, I thought Ventresca should have won that one. I don't know if you remember it. I think he had a takedown and they called it back, but he was kind of like all over him, just couldn't find a score.
Yeah.
At the end. But Jory Volk's a guy where it's like, I just can't.
You can't get a read on him.
I can't get a read on him. I can't understand what he's doing this year. He's like,
Jory, what are you doing, man?
He beat Ventresca twice, national duels, loses a close one to Buzakis, then loses to guys like Brady Rourke, Vinny Kilkeary, Aiden Smith, and then comes out at Big Tens. It's like, whoa, okay, like, where, this guy, it's just, I don't, so that, it's like, okay, if we see the same guy at Big Tens, then yeah, but are we going to see the same guy at we saw at Big Tens?
Yeah, we don't know.
125, not as crazy as it's been in the past, like couple years, but still also another one of those weights where like 149, you can convince yourself so many guys down the line are all, all right, well, there's evidence for picking these guys, and it can make for a large contender field.
I think you could reasonably see Buzakis, Volk, Ventresca in that final, out of that bottom half. And then Nico Provo's tough. It's just beating McGowan and Ventresca and then Volk or Buzakis consecutively. I think that's a big ask for Nico.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, 133. Do any of us not have Jax Forrest winning this weight?
I do have Jax winning this weight.
You guys both have Jax. I actually, I have Marcus Blaze.
Really? I'll say this: we can't gamble here in Texas, but I saw I think it was DraftKings dropped some lines, and Marcus was at like plus 330 or something. I was like,
That's good value.
that's decent. It's close. I think you look at something like that. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like even though my finals is Jax over Davino, I feel like my second most likely champ is Marcus Blaze. Because I just don't see Davino beating Jax. I feel like Jax knows how to win that match.
Yeah.
And Marcus, I think, whether it's just like, it's not just the matchup. I think Jax really not reveres, but I think that's just been a tough matchup for Jax historically. So even though it's kind of counter to my picks, I feel like Blaze is more likely to beat Jax than Ben.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that crazy of a thing to say.
Davino beat him in high school before in freestyle?
Not to my knowledge.
I thought he did at the U.S. Open.
That was
cadet
I think that was Mendoza.
trials.
Oh, maybe
No.
cadet trials.
Yeah. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
Okay.
I think I'm going Davino, but that's just based on vibes. I understand the arguments against it.
How can vibes be against Jax?
I think vibes for Ben I think Ben is the most proven guy at the weight. I'm with you. I mean, I
Just,
think there's nothing wrong.
Well, proven, but vibes are all Jax.
Okay, Jax has Funky Town. Jax has a lot
Aura.
of people, as he has aura for sure, and he has more people are going to yell at me for not picking Jax than not picking Ben.
Also,
But there are plenty of Buckeye fans.
Have you considered how he is bleaching his hair?
Yes.
That will affect his performance.
That's big.
Bro wants to be a Cyclone so bad.
It's crazy they didn't even want him.
I know, right?
But
Dresser, you should have went after him. He's really good.
yeah.
All right. I remember this year now. So it was 2023 U.S. Open.
Whoa.
Jax went 60 kilos. The year before, Jax beat Davino down at 55.
What
So
was
yeah,
Jax doing at 60?
he was. Yeah, it was too big. Too big.
5-1, 8-1.
Notable.
Yep.
All right, feel good about my Davino pick now.
They
Thank
only
you.
wrestle in freestyle, though.
Yeah, they've only wrestled the freestyle
In
and
2020, what is
Well,
it?
Jax beat him at the U.S. Open last year, and
Yeah.
that was when it was like, whoa, Jax has had hands defense.
Yeah, he just
As
shut him down.
Davino did not get to his legs at all. It was really impressive.
It's a crazy one.
Outside of Garrett Grice taking
Outside of
8,
the 28 seed placing?
you just scrub that 2, and that's an 8.
There you go.
Scrub that
That's-
first 2.
that's
on a
great.
seed.
Yep.
You take out the eraser.
But yeah, besides that, I have the 1 through 7 seeds finishing in close to that order. Except I've got Drake taking 5th over Larkin, who's the 5 seed.
What percentage chance are you guys giving Seidel
Of winning?
of beating Jax?
I mean, decent. If you watch the duel,
Christian, you did something where I don't know if you remember doing this, but you said Jax is going to major Seidel. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I did. I didn't put it in my bracket, but
Yeah, you did. This is it.
nah, dude. That's the quarter.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, it is?
yeah.
Semi.
Yeah.
This is the quarter. This is the quarter.
Stand by it.
He's gonna pin Serrano. Man, so how many bonus
You
points
have
for Jax?
You have tech fall, major.
I just think it's
and
going to be
then
a weird. I don't know. I just think he'll find a flurry in there at some point.
Okay.
If Jax wins, he's undefeated right now.
Yes.
Kale. Next Kale.
Yeah.
Stop.
And Sergio does the same thing, and David coaches 2 guys that met undefeated 4 times.
I can't.
Can't get behind that.
When is it, on a serious note? When is the earliest you can have Cale Sanderson discussions for anyone? I feel like
Undefeated NCAA freshman champion?
no, I think that's way too soon. I think it's got to be like 2, maybe 3 years.
No, that's when you start talking. You might not predict it, but that's when you start talking.
Yeah, I think you could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2, maybe 3 years. One
start
under.
talking in
One
high
year you
school.
start talking.
I think it really depends on the situation and the guy. Like if Mitchell had done it and beaten David Carr, and then it was like nobody was there, nobody
That's
was in
true.
the weight after. You're like, I don't see a scenario where anyone's beating this guy. But for Jax, if he wins it this year, it was like, all right, you still have Davino for the next 3 years. You still have Marcus.
All I'm saying is we're already talking about it, and he hasn't even.
No, we're not. No, you
Yeah,
can't talk about
Great
it.
topic.
I'm
Dude,
talking
you said
about
it. You said you used Kale's name talking about PJ Duke this year. It's insane. It's insane.
And I always say I don't predict it because it's insane. But
No,
it's
but
fun to
even
talk
bringing it
about.
up is absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
Nah, you can talk about anything. You can bring it up. It's not disrespect to Kale.
It is. I think not disrespect to Kale. It's just I think
It's not going to happen.
you're totally
Ignoring how
minimizing how insane it was what he did and just how far these guys have to go to do it.
I think he can acknowledge all that. He just did.
No,
a
I
fun
acknowledged it.
And I agree with it. That is something that we should acknowledge.
Now we can also say Jax cheated by only wrestling half his freshman year.
I mean, all that 159 wins, 159. Like that's always going to be
That's a nice differentiator. That's a nice thing where the era is different, so you're not going to do
Jax will
it.
just
Jax
have to
probably
average
won't.
like 50 matches a year for his last
He'll just
3
need to
years.
pick
every
up his
open.
Bishop McCourt schedule.
Well, you could also say Kill's a coward for redshirting.
Everyone redshirted.
Golly. You're saying some wild things.
Yeah.
Now that
I would never say that. I'm just,
one could say.
It's like, no offense.
All right,
But
stop.
if you wanted to argue that, you could.
yeah,
If anybody wants to, they can use that.
All right.
I don't think
Jack's undefeated, guaranteed 4-timer.
All right. You guys want to move on to 141?
Yeah, let's do it.
The next
Okay.
Cael Sanderson, Jesse Mendez.
Oh,
No, Jesse didn't redshirt.
all right. Christian, you have Jesse beating Sergio
I do.
in the finals. You have Luke making it to him.
I don't know why.
I don't have a good read on that Etchman Diaz.
I don't
Edge
either.
match.
I feel like they're
think
both really good hand fighters. I think Luke might just get him a little tired. Take him down.
I think he can ride him too.
Really?
I think Luke's good on top.
Who's the last person that rode Etchman Diaz?
And who's the next person?
We're talking about the future, not the past.
I just look at like Echemendia, and I don't know that he has a win. When's the last time that he's beaten somebody as good as Luke Stanich?
That's what I've been bringing up about Echemendia for a while now. Like everyone watches him. He wrestled Mendez close before, but I feel like that he's just a guy who loses to the best guys.
What is Stanich's best win at 141?
Cornella.
Cornella.
Okay.
I
You
know.
could say the exact same thing about Luke.
Yeah, you could, but he only has like, I mean,
And Bro just won a U20 world title.
yeah, he won a U20 world title. He was also an All-American as a true freshman. Like he beat some good guys that year. I'm talking Echemendia's.
He did beat Bo Bassett.
I'm looking at Echemendia's career.
yeah.
What's the best folk style win for Anthony Echemendia? And he's been in college for a long time. Like, I think it's more.
can look at it
He's
real
one of those guys that like a fishback where wrestle the best really tough, but they don't get that big win.
Yeah. He beat Nasir Bailey this year.
I do think there's definitely something to. You feel like Echemendia has always got that potential. He's always got that ability to go to the next level, but he really hasn't broken
It
through.
hasn't happened.
So Cole Matthews, Ryan Jack.
But I think the Bo Bassett wins, even
it.
though they're
That's what I'm telling
freestyle
you.
or whatever, I think that's
yeah.
relevant because you look at Stanich is the only guy that's been able to do that to Bassett that he's wrestled so far. And then look at what Bassett did at college tournaments this year. He beat Jackson Joy,
Stanich beat him 3 times.
yeah.
Who matches up better against Jesse, Stanich or Vega? We've seen the Hardy match
Yeah.
umpteen times.
I don't know
We've seen
why.
that match.
I'm just not that worried about the Vega match for Jesse.
I
I think I should be.
I think you should because I think Sergio brings a totally uncommon, unexperienced skill set to the match that Jesse, I don't think has wrestled yet this year or maybe in his career. A guy that is this hard to take down, a guy whose top wrestling is so revered that you have multiple elite guys that just go neutral when they get choice. And they're going neutral against a guy that hasn't given up a takedown this year. So that's how they view him from the top position. I just think that unknown element that Sergio brings, I think the style that Jesse wrestles, like, I don't know. Sergio kind of breaks some of the rules. And that's why I feel like he is, like Jesse's wrestled every archetype, I feel, except for a Sergio Vega. He's wrestled the Stanich types, the Echemendia types. He has figured out Brock Hardy, won like 6 out of 7, maybe more. Sergio is just, I think he's just a little bit different. And I think the ways he could potentially win are not the ways that people have tried to beat Jesse this year.
Yeah, I do think if Jesse loses, which I'm not picking, but a Sergio is the type of guy that does something different, something weird, pulls a rabbit out of his hat that you're not expecting, or some crazy scramble, and then, it could be a 3-point swing could be all it takes, or, you end up with a bigger swing if Jesse's in on a shot, but then Sergio Houdini's his way to a takedown. That's a bigger point swing.
I do think it would take like a cradle him getting some swipes, some near fall. Jesse can't run him down
Yeah.
scenario because Sergio has great defense. I don't see the mat being a factor. It seems like when was the last time the mat was a factor with Jesse? And
I mean, he got turned in the NCAA finals.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I mean, I think in Brock Hardy's own words, didn't he say like Sergio Vega's like a younger, hungrier version of me? Like
Yeah.
Brock Hardy said that.
Yeah.
And so
Wow,
I mean,
you
I
just-
guess you
Cradle.
can take that and be like, okay, who did Jesse Mendez lose to last year? He lost to Bo Bartlett. Does not wrestle like Sergio Vega, but he did lose to Brock Hardy. And so you can kind of take that and be like, okay, there could be something there where, you know, Jesse could struggle with someone like Sergio that extends positions and can wrestle through in a way that, you know, others can't. But I don't know. Yeah, you just feel really confident in Jesse. It's like he's gonna score. Like he's got to get a takedown, right?
Yeah.
Jesse has to be able to take down Sergio Vega. That's just the way it feels. But nobody's been able to do it yet.
It feels inevitable.
Yeah. Hey, we don't have a super chat, but we do have Tyler Meisinger in the chat, and he has a question for us.
Okay.
He wants to know what 33 seed is going to go on a run like Tyler would have.
Like Tyler would have. That's a good question, and I know all of them, but
Ryan Vigil.
Ryan Vigil.
BMI Keydets,
BMI,
baby. That's a guy.
Well, who's the 165 33? Because that would have been Tyler.
165, is it Brock Woodcock?
This guy's
or-
probably
Ryan
Vigil.
It's Ryan Vigil.
It is Ryan
Vigil.
Vigil.
It's Ryan Vigil.
the run and ruse, baby.
Yes.
All right.
Mark it.
And look at who has him winning. JD Rader does.
That's right. Only to get Mitchell Messenbrink post
I
pigtail.
don't know.
Upset of the century.
I think
potentially
Mitchell,
in the making.
I think Mitchell looks past him. He's
Yeah.
thinking about a match against his former AWA teammate Braden Scholes, and Vigil just takes him down a couple times.
He's counting all those bonus points, and it's like, whoa, you didn't count on the amazing fortitude of a VMI cadet.
I'll say this: Tyler Meisinger in this bracket, a disruptor.
We should get behind the 33 seed at 165 every year, just
Yeah.
as a
The honorary Tyler Meisinger
Yes.
award.
yeah.
For like 2 hours.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
gonna be done.
No, like the week and a half leading up. to
Oh,
the
that's
tournament, and we go hard for Vigil. So
To prove that Tyler could have done what has now been done by an actual tournament 33.
All right, 149.
We don't have any super chats though.
there's only one super chat. So
Dang,
um,
they ran out
oh,
of
wait.
money.
Oh, I thought this was from Tyler, but it's from Travis Keeling. 1 foot long. Who will emerge as the mayor of Cleveland in 2026?
I don't know. I think Jax.
Who was the mayor in 2018?
Kyle Cannell.
Tariq Wilson.
Oh, and Tariq.
Was it
Kyle was 20.
was he in Pittsburgh?
Was he
Kyle was yeah, that was
17?
2018. I feel like it's Tariq Wilson.
Tariq was definitely because he's
A mayor?
Wasn't he the one that started the whole mayor?
No, Terrell.
Oh,
Mayor
that's
of New York
right.
City. He cleaned up those streets. David Terrell, 2016.
We did get a pre-show super chat,
Oh my
which
God.
that's never happened before.
Never happened.
But well, to answer,
chat
I also
history.
think Jax.
Yeah.
'Cause he's gonna like bonus his way to the semis, IMO, and Funky Town's gonna come out. Oklahoma State's the hot team.
Yeah.
Right now, he wins 133, which is everyone's favorite weight.
Well, you think about the mayor though. You don't really know the mayor.
That's the
of
thing
an
about
NCAA
mayors.
tournament until they start campaigning.
Yes.
You know, and then you get to know them, and so it's so many times it's a spontaneous mayor.
That's how it is.
Yeah,
it's they're always right ends.
Mm-hmm.
It's never who's on the ballot.
They get the ball rolling, they get the grassroots momentum, and then the people get behind them, and then they elect
That's true.
them
Can
mayor.
you be a mayor if you're a number one seed?
That's a good point.
Does it automatically disqualify you?
I think you're unelectable at that point, Jax. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Withdraw your name.
Yeah.
Resign in disgrace.
If Drake Ayala can pull it off,
Oh, my
There's
God.
some sort of
He would be
connection
mayor.
to the home city too, or the host.
We're back in Cleveland.
Yeah. Then we had a pre-show super chat, and I'm
Okay.
hoping JD knows the answer to this question. I don't know if you heard it yet.
no.
What's it? It's
I'm
from,
just now hearing this for the
it's from
first time.
it's from Tim Michaels. He asks, "What does a guy have to do around here to get off the live FRL wait list?" Jeez.
Oh,
Oh, the
Inside ties.
Inside ties.
inside ties. There's nothing you can do. You just got to submit your name.
He has.
And that's all you can do. We should announce who is being selected. I think shortly.
But
Then it's
so
up
now we know his name.
Fate.
We can look for it.
Tim's a good candidate.
Tim Michaels. Actually, I don't know if it's Tim. It just says T.I. Michaels.
Michals.
Yeah.
Oh, it stands for tenant
It's a boy,
improvements.
Tim.
But I'm saying it's T.I.
I know,
Tim Michaels.
but I'm telling you.
Is it the rapper? T.I.?
Treasure Island.
All right. All right, we got some more super chats coming in now.
All the
You have
people
to say
rolling.
the name. It's
We
like
got- Yeah. We can hit them and then
Yeah,
go on.
go back to the
this is a good question. Odds that Virginia Tech continues their 3 All-American streak.
well,
They're gonna get 3 AAs this year.
it could get more. I mean, it feels like Eddie, Aaron, Guy,
Sonny?
Sonny are like the most likely 4.
I have all of them.
Probably they get 3.
Yeah.
Jimmy could.
I could see Mullen sneaking on,
but
but
I don't have it.
Heavyweight stuff. Yeah.
When you can't get, they could get 4. I think 5 would be crazy good tournament. It's just hard to have all your. when
Ethan
you don't-
Miller, he's good at 57.
What do I have Ethan doing?
He battles. He's a guy where he's going to wrestle hard through the consolation bracket.
he will not stop wrestling until he loses every single one of his teeth.
Christian, you have
Got him losing to Jude.
you have him
That's for
losing
sure.
to Cardenas in the round of 12.
Yeah, I have him round of 12. So he needs to go up.
Oh,
Where does he lose? So I have him
loses
losing to Meyer.
14. Yeah.
He's kind of capped. So he needs. I feel like if Cannon beats Cardenas, that's a better matchup because that's who he falls into in the round of 12. I feel like Cardenas is not the guy you want to run into in the round of 12.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, what weight were we on? 41.
49.
Now we're on 49. We talked a lot about this. If you want to look at my bracket, I have Rachi going on a run. As you can see, I have him I have a 14 versus 11 quarter.
Intertrain.
That's why I'm saying, you have Lackland in the semis.
I know. I've said that multiple times.
Great.
But yeah, champion. That has nothing to do with Shane Van Ness though. Our whole difference of opinions is how we view
This
Shane.
guy. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my wild quarterfinal. I think Carter Young.
I've
could
got
beat
Lachlan
Coy
making
Biskins.
semis too.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe it's too obvious, gang.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I like a guy with good trend. Like a guy who he has a low seed because beginning of the year he was taking losses, but you can tell he's performing his best now. Not even so. A guy like Jory Volk is a little bit different because he took weird losses in the second half of the season, too. But he just had a really good Big Tens. I can't say for sure he's trending upwards. He had a really good Big Tens, but you feel like Lachlan had a pretty good Big Tens after having a really good Big Ten dual season as well, after a down first half of the season.
Yeah, I kind of I like that, but I also like guys that had great seasons and just maybe had a down conference tournament too. But like
Sure.
those guys are sometimes undervalued. Someone like Will Denny comes to mind.
Yeah, there's danger there too because it's like you don't really know what could be going on if he's struggling with an injury or something, or it could have just been one bad weekend.
That's an interesting quarter there with McNeil, though, because it's a good story no matter what, because you have either a high seed coming out through there, causing chaos, or you have a smaller programs or non-major program. You and I would also be, even though I know Coach Schwab does not appreciate being called a mid-major, but Penn, UNI, and SIUE are interesting stories if they can get All-Americans or guys into the quarters.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about this Styles-Valencia matchup?
Yeah.
This is the one where I feel like on paper, and just like considering how they match up, I really do feel good about Aiden winning this match.
I have Aiden winning, beating Ethan here.
I don't think that's crazy. I think feeling good about it's a little crazy.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
Yeah. You got a nice matchup of the smart guys with Stanford and Cornell there.
I think Ethan will have a hard time scoring on Aiden. Like, Aiden is a super athlete at this weight, really moves well, reattacks. Like, if Ethan shoots one of those kind of long, reaching high crotches, he could be in trouble there. But Ethan, I feel like they're so different in that Ethan's a guy who kind of figures out how to win matches, maybe shouldn't. Like, take the Biskins match, for example, and Valencia is the opposite. Like, finds way to lose matches he should win. I have Aiden placing this tournament. I think the Joy matchup is. I'm interested in it if we get it there. I haven't beaten Frost. I have Frost placing.
You haven't beaten Carter Young.
Yeah, and that's a man.
Carter Young's been good this year.
Been really good.
I don't hate his path.
Who's
Carter?
Carter Young.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He could beat Biskins 100%.
What do you have him doing?
I have him losing to Styles in the blood round. Because I have Styles beating Valencia on
Yeah.
the front side.
Man,
and then I got Ryder Block beating Valencia on the back side.
I was gonna say that's a tough one for Block, and that's one where if you're an Iowa fan and Block doesn't make it past like the round of 24, you're really disappointed because it's an Iowa wrestler and that they're usually really good. But if he loses to guys that are ranked ahead of him,
Dude, his draw is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, I have him winning first round and then losing to Jackson Joy just to have Capusta, then Valencia.
Lockhaven,
Capusta, yeah.
Oh,
He's good.
Oh,
Composto.
Yeah.
I don't know Capusta.
He beat Tyus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the guy that beat
You
him?
got to get it on that action, dog.
He's,
I'm
yeah.
not on the action.
He's like 27-4 this year.
He's a 17
He's
seed.
done really well.
Shame on me.
But then he beats Capusta and then has Valencia and then Biskins. And then winner of that will get Swiderski in my bracket. And then Kozak's national champion pick, Lachlan McNeil.
Yeah. Even the round one match against Harney, like Harney's matches this year, he's only lost he lost in overtime to Anderson Heap. He lost 1 point match to Cross Wasilewski. He lost another like couple close matches. But he's gonna wrestle him tough. It's gonna be a close match.
Harney's a good story. Winning EIWAs, it was the second qualifier in the history of Morgan State since being reinstated,
Morgan State's first ever champ, right?
and Morgan State's first ever conference
go.
champ.
We got to shout out Drew Newcomb for making these interactive brackets.
Oh, yeah.
They saved my life.
These are incredible.
I can't write. I just can't do it.
I cannot write.
Reading, arithmetic, writing.
I literally, they used to, I don't
Victim
know.
of the technological
I don't know if you
age.
guys had, I don't know if you guys had handwriting as a grade in,
Yeah.
that I did, and it was not a good one. It was one of the many bad grades I received.
We're on the tail end of like anyone still like trying to make you have good handwriting
Yeah.
as far as like school, and it was just a big waste of time.
It really is.
That and spelling.
Yeah, you just say I was.
Spelling's
You got to say I was destined to be a doctor.
Yeah, except a lot of school involved with that, too.
All right, 157.
Oh, my gosh.
The second most interesting weight.
You guys
Here.
both have PJ Duke beating Antrell Taylor in the finals.
Feels like that's not going to happen.
I assume we have the same semifinal setup too.
You have Waters?
No, oh no, I went Robin.
I got Ty on a run, boy.
Shocker.
I've got Ty. I mean, I don't know. He has to be Jude Swisher and Meyer Shapiro, who just lost to Jude Swisher. I don't think it's crazy. I think
It's not that crazy.
the scrambling, I think anytime you have like elite scramblers like that, I'm not sure who has the advantage. Meyer definitely has better leg attacks. I think Ty's better on the mat. I don't know. Every now and again, you pick an upset. Myers, he's wrestled Keenan Webster and Larkin this year. Those are really good wins. So it's not that he's not been tested. Oh, I don't know him.
Meyer is a guy that you were talking about earlier where it's like they don't have their best conference tournament, but there's still a ton of underlying value there and proven track record. So, but you can't ignore all that stuff either. It's still in the back of your head like, oh, can I trust Meyer after losing to, no offense, to Jude Swisher, who's really good. It's like, I don't know. But if you were to ride the Meyer train, it's like, okay, now I'll have more people doubting him. So
Yeah. I mean, I still think Meyer's good enough to win this whole weight, including beating PJ Duke. But just don't quite trust him in this tournament.
yeah, you're splitting hairs, and it's like, well, what are you thinking of that will make you actually pick one guy or another? Because you like them both, and then you have to fall back to whatever evidence you have.
That match last year was all Antrell.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And I would say if one guy has shown, I don't want to say improvement. I'm just saying I don't think either of them have changed that much or like leveled up. I don't think Meyer has leveled up enough for
Well, you
me
almost
to-
feel more confident in Antrell at this point, based on
yeah, of
what he
course.
did last year and then how he put together the second half of the season. Yeah, he lost to PJ Duke, but his wins, he beat PJ Duke. He
Robidoux.
beat Robidoux. Yeah.
I don't know if I said it on the show yet, but I think Caleb Larkin is the biggest threat to PJ. Stylistically, I think almost like the Vega factor with Jesse. I think someone that is so out of left field in the challenges, the length, the flexibility, really, it's like a European type of feel. I mean, that takedown he hit on Landon, just
Yeah.
out of control, good. So I have Landon winning that quarter. I don't really know, obviously. But I think if you're going to see PJ go down, I think Caleb Larkin is probably the guy best suited to do it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that. I think Robidoux actually matches up maybe the worst of any of like the top contenders at 57 because I feel like his game is just a little reminiscent of PJ, and I think PJ is just a little better at it, physical, pace, etc.
And you guys both have Robidoux beating Larkin.
Yeah.
In the quarterfinal rematch there.
Why do you have that?
I don't know. It's just what I believe.
I just think
I kind of went against I was not on my Sun Devil mood because I have Lockett beating Ruiz. I think I have them hitting, I can't remember if it was placement match or backside.
Yeah. Well, you're clearly Cowboy today. Or
I mean, yeah, it showed in my team scores.
Yeah, you have Lockett beating Ruiz in the quarters,
I do too.
yes.
I do too.
but you have them both placing. So.
Robidoux was so close on some of those finishes. It feels like, and he did get a takedown, did he not? Or am
He
I-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a go behind. I don't know if you can take him down with a single leg.
Well, yeah, you get his leg up in the air. That's right where Larkin wants to be.
It looked like he could be there for a half hour.
Yeah.
It is crazy when you see that the crazy single leg defense from some guys.
Like Yanni did that to Frank, I remember. Like,
Oh yeah, it's like push me out of bounds. Psych, points for me.
yeah.
I wanted to have Daniel Cardenas going on a third place run or something here. I just couldn't do it.
It's the maniac move.
I do have him still taking 7th, beating Ty Waters.
I think I'm around that area. I mean, that's an interesting quarter if Cardenas gets by Cannon, which I feel like I just feel like Cannon's not right, guys.
Yeah.
That did not look like the guy I watched wrestle all year.
Yeah, you have Cannon or Cardenas over Cannon, and then you have Cardenas taking 7th.
Yep.
I got Cardenas over Cannon too.
And I have Cannon losing to Shapiro in the round of 12. That's a crazy round of 12 match.
Mm-hmm. I missed the super chat about 149, so my
Okay.
apologies. And this is from, let's see, we got a couple of super chats that I missed. Why do you think Van Ness has fallen behind big to guys like McNeil, Young, etc., but makes storming back look so easy? Slow starter or just messing around? Will this bite him at NCAAs? Love the show. This is from Luke Westfall.
He's a slow starter.
I will say I've never seen a wrestler. I mean, everybody reaches this level and they got confidence and some swagger or whatever. But Van Ness looks the most loose of like anybody before matches. Like he's ready to have some fun. Is not sweating it. And I'm not saying that's like a bad strategy because it comes back to bite him or that's causing him to like drop all these points. But I just feel like it's the confidence of knowing he can come back if he does drop down some. That's the looseness that I see. It's the that's going to give him that second period, third period ability to just shrug off some deficits.
He also gets guys tired, and it's just something weird about how it's not even like a tired thing. Sometimes it's just all of a sudden you really start feeling it.
All the things add up, and it's like, okay, this move didn't get you that time, but the second time you
It's like your
reacted
timing
enough
just
way-
clicks
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's kind of like a miniature version of like what Jason Nolf used to do, where it's like, oh, he let up a takedown, but no one would ever be worried that he wouldn't come back and kill the guy. I think the difference with Van Ness is he just doesn't have the same turning.
He doesn't score like that.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same turning ability and scoring ability, so he has to kind of slowly break you as the match goes on. part of me wonders if he like doesn't game plan at all. So it's just like he just goes out there and wrestles is kind of what you were saying, Space, so comfortable. It'll like give up a takedown here and there, but always runs him down.
Yeah.
We did get another super chat from Jesus F. I think it's probably Guzman. For someone attending the NCAA championships and visiting Cleveland for the first time,
Nice.
what would you recommend they do or check out?
You're not going to have a lot of time for much other than the tournament, but the arena is right downtown. That's very convenient and very different from Philly where nothing was near. So there's going to be, I don't know, there's good restaurants. I think there's some like fan experiences in the Cleveland area.
The downtown is very convenient and probably a little underrated. I have a cousin that lives in Cleveland, and last time I visited him, I was there early, went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Very fun. Highly recommended. It's a little corny, a little like boomer-centric, so a lot of Woodstock stuff, but it's still really good piece of
You must have loved it then.
Yeah, because I was
Papa,
there.
the resident
obviously.
Papa.
Brought back so many memories, let
Yeah.
me just say. And then he actually lives out in Lakewood, and there's a lot of cool stuff out there.
I think
Nice
this will
little downtown.
be my first time in Cleveland.
In your life?
I think.
Wow.
Maybe I've been there before. I've been to the airport. But
Oh, because then you're on the
Geneva.
way to Geneva, baby. Yeah, if you have some
Love
time,
Geneva.
Geneva's not that far, and
I
they got
think
some.
Cleveland, I feel like it's like put in a category of city that I think it's a little like it's better than Detroit.
Yeah,
I would say by a whole lot.
It's got a nicer airport.
Yes, but that's
I
has
think
nothing to do with this.
Cleveland's problem is they still always bring up when the river, the Cuyahoga River, caught on fire.
That happens.
And it did happen, but and it's not been completely redeveloped. There's still kind of the old industrial, like Rust Belt type of stuff. But it's not like it's polluted. It's not like you're going to deal with like smokestacks and coal dust or whatever.
do they have next to the arena like a bar district
Oh yeah,
area?
absolutely.
But not like the
But
new
no,
stuff. Not like
not
live.
like
Like Dallas
like how
Live.
Philly, it was out of downtown, but it was like the nice Philadelphia Live right across the parking lot where there's a bunch of bars where all the fans can go.
Where they built a new
Hang out.
upscale mall, but it's nothing but bars.
Yes,
They have
a bunch of screens.
They have actual
Actual
culture and actual
Yes, it's
downtown and like organic like buildings and nightlife.
Well, Google says that Detroit's better than Cleveland.
Well, this
Oh, Google.
Yeah,
huh?
he literally Googled why is Detroit better than
Yeah,
Cleveland?
and look at all-
And it starts
Objection,
with a
leading-
lie.
leading
It's
question.
high profile downtown. We went to downtown. There was no one there.
You went to an area that nobody should go to.
No,
downtown.
no. I'm not talking about where I stayed. I'm talking about where the NCAA tournament was.
That may have colored your perception of Cleveland a little bit.
Detroit and.
Oh, yeah, Detroit.
Listen, no. But you want to know why? I literally stayed in what was called the worst place in Cleveland when I stayed there.
That's true.
Okay.
We stayed at Murder Hotel.
A cop literally told us this is the worst place in Cleveland where we're staying.
Yeah.
So I have honestly experienced both. I'm unbiased in this. I don't care. But I'm just saying Cleveland's better. Cleveland clears.
Cleveland.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Little Caesars Arena, I will say, is definitely nicer.
So much nicer.
That's one of the nicest arenas I've ever been.
What I liked about is it still Rocket Mortgage Arena where it's going to be held in Cleveland?
I think it's just called Rocket.
Just Rocket Arena?
I think so.
Wow.
They have some great pyro. A lot of the pictures that people show of like, here's what NCAA's is. It was packed. Cleveland was the most rowdy that I've ever seen.
Oh, very drunk crowd.
At a NCAA's, it was no standing room only, super, super packed. And they had some awesome pyro from like the main Jumbotron in the middle there.
Cool.
Go. Okay.
All right.
So Detroit could never, in conclusion.
Get out of here. All right, you want to move up to 65?
You didn't live in Detroit, so don't even act.
Metro Detroit.
Yeah, Metro Detroit.
What mile road?
21 mile road, baby.
That's 21 miles away from Detroit.
No, 13 miles.
13 miles.
Because 8 miles
That's
is the limit.
plenty of room.
Yeah,
Okay.
Only sub 8 milers will I be taking a picture of.
that's true.
Do we have anything crazy happen in our 165 brackets?
No, I don't.
I don't really either. I do have Downey making the podium. That's
I wanted to, but I think I didn't. But now that I picked him on my fantasy team, he's definitely placing.
JD, you have Messenbrink over Blaze in the finals, and Christian has Messenbrink over Caliendo.
Yeah, I think Caliendo makes it to him. Blaze did not look great at Big Tens.
But he had a great season. Your logic.
But
he an
there's Michael.
undervalued?
Yeah. That's like for guys that could maybe like place and stuff. I don't know if he's gonna beat Caliendo. I mean, he obviously could.
I watched that match, and he controlled the entire thing.
And I think Caliendo figures it out. I don't know. The streak's got to stay alive.
And that is another one where I'm not trying to harp on Hawkeye fans and disappointment, but if Caliendo doesn't make the finals, that's going to be one where they're going to get real.
Angelo could.
Angelo.
Yeah, I mean, but even if Angelo does make the finals, if Caliendo doesn't, it's like you're supposed to be number 2 behind Messenbrink. You can accept like Messenbrink is a guy that's just wrestling on another level, but now Caliendo has to match and get up there to the finals at least.
I do have 2 guys making the podium that did not have their best conference tournaments in Bianchi and Denny. Mm-hmm. Right? Don't I have Bianchi making the podium?
You have
Or did I have him
Bianchi losing to Araujo in the round of 12.
Oh, so you're a liar.
I am a liar.
But you have Downey making the podium.
Denny versus Downey.
Denny down.
Denny Downey.
That actually, I have that one reversed because Denny beat him at National Duels.
That's right. I remember that was a big win for Will.
It was close. It was really close.
Yeah.
Though.
Christian, you have Bianchi and Denny.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
So CP did what you said that you did.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
But now Downey's going to beat Bianchi because he's on my team.
Yeah.
That's how that's going to go.
So flip it.
So flip that. All right, 74. I don't know why, and did I pick Levi or did you pick Levi?
You picked Levi.
So I love it, but I'm also like, man, I feel like there are a lot of tough guys. This weight is really tough. When you think about Ruiz, Minto, Steed, Harchla, Kennedy, Singleton, that is just, I feel like those guys could all be jumbled up in a crazy order. And one thing that makes me, I'll say this, that what gave me the most pause, I guess, in picking Levi in the order I did is it's not Minto in the close match. It's Simon Ruiz, a guy who last year gave Levi a really, really tough match, who has been basically under the radar all year long via injury and his schedule. But I think what he brings stylistically is a mat game that I don't think any of the other guys have. And Levi's had to beat a very similar kind of wrestler multiple times. Patrick Kennedy and Carson Harchla and even Minto, these are very positional guys. They're not in a lot of shootouts. They're hard to score on. Minto's got a little more scramble. Harchla's maybe a little different from Kennedy, but they're kind of. I feel like Ruiz is kind of a more out of left field stylistically from the rest of the guys that Levi's faced. At least that's my read on it, and that's why I think that could be an interesting one.
Yeah. 74 is a weight, and you kind of alluded to it, where the top 10 are just really, really solid, really good. Where it's almost like if you didn't have Levi Haynes is the favorite, but if he wasn't in the weight, you're like, man, you could look at 7, 8 potential NCAA champions if you were all threw them in a bracket. Like, is Minto or Simon Ruiz that much more of a favorite than someone like Carson Harchla or Alex Facundo or Matty Singleton or Cam Steed? Like,
no,
it's a really, really good top 10, even with Bowman at the 9. Yeah, it's a really fun weight. And then you got Danny Wask down at the 15.
Yeah, he's an All-American.
Gaitan's a big disruptor at 11.
Yeah.
It's tough to pick him, but he's got some interesting capabilities. And weren't we talking about Jared Sima as like a high potential for
Sima? Yeah, I mean Carter Schubert at the 12.
He's a hard out.
He had some really good wins this year, and he's got All-American Pinto first round. Pinto
All-American, I don't think.
Or round of 12.
Round of 12.
Round of 12 Pinto. Pinto hasn't looked like himself though.
No, he lost his power when it used to be Minto and Pinto, and they both fed off each other's Mintos. Mm-hmm. But now he's lost his Minto.
He needs to get corn-fed again.
That's scientifically proven.
Yeah.
He went from corn-fed to pizza-fed.
Pizza.
All right. I have to know what you guys are doing at 184.
Trade off. I've got Aiden
Wow.
running the gauntlet over Rocco.
Man.
I think he's a little better everywhere. I don't know. I think he's just has more ways to score, more kinds of matches he can win, and he's going to have to win this freaking bracket.
Yeah.
The Sinclair Ferrari match, obviously, Angelo won that one last time, and he could do it again, and this could be DOA in the quarters.
It was so close, though.
It was so close. And I thought Aiden was, he was right there to score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I got on Aiden after Angelo lost to Rocco, and then just kind of haven't seen enough to jump off.
The reason I'm not picking Aiden is also partially why I picked Styles over Aiden Valencia.
Okay. All right.
Aiden finds a way to lose matches sometimes.
Yeah.
Freestyle. And
He
freestyle.
found a way to lose to Ferrari and folk style
That
too.
was not a find a way to lose.
I know.
He just lost.
I know, he did just lose. But you need something. In one of those matches, I could see him being like leading the entire time, finds a way to lose. Just like how Max McAnally beat him multiple times this summer in freestyle.
I got Ferrari on my fantasy team, but I'm going to pick Sinclair to win. So I'm set up either way there in that quarterfinal match.
Imagine.
Yeah, well, I mean that's just how it played out. I mean Ferrari was too much value to pass up when he was came up in the draft. But Sinclair, I think of it the same way you do, CP. I think is to borrow one of John's favorite phrases. When I go into my mind palace and I'm trying to see who wins 84, because that's one of the toughest ones. We have to spend a lot of time in your mind palace,
gotta go
really
in.
going through every scenario. Yep. I just see Aiden winning more of these fake matches that are playing out in my head when I'm trying to figure out how everything's gonna actually happen.
Yeah. Man, if he does it, the run would be
Generational.
yes to beat Ferrari, McAnally, Rocco Welsh, consecutive matches to win as a freshman.
Yeah.
That could be mayor
That
pick.
would be
Could be the mayor with his crazy red hair.
Oh, he goes koosh, full koosh,
Yeah.
koosh ball.
yeah.
Although it would be tough to be mayor if he beats Ferrari.
2-1 tiebreakers.
Right.
That's why he won't. He'll have to beat him worse.
You need someone. So to be a mayor, you got to do what Max Leet did at EIWA finals. He's in the finals, and you. What was that face for?
I'm just
waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
See where you're going.
This is in his home gym,
Preach.
and now he's in the finals against Ethan Berger, really good guy from Army, and he hits a headlock with 30 seconds left in sudden victory. He doesn't get the pin, but it was like a move where people were going nuts. It was like I said, home gym. So he was mayor of DC for that. Yeah. Sorry,
hear that,
Mario
Aiden?
Bowser.
Headlock.
season.
If you hit a
Yeah, he's
successful
gotta do-
headlock in the NCAA finals, you are automatically mayor contender.
He's got to do something like that.
Hey, we got a super chat about 184. It is from Paul C. Youngs, Esquire. He says, 2 footlongs, fellas. You get half each. Does Brockman get past Conway in the quarters, assuming they both get there? He lost to him at
I have
CKLV.
Fishback making it to the semis through Conway. I kind of feel like Conway would beat Brockman again.
Yeah.
That was an impressive win.
Mm-hmm.
Brock is wrestling better. Don't misunderstand me. He's wrestling better, but I wouldn't be surprised if Conway did it again.
That win it was like a man versus a boy.
Yes.
He rode him hard and kind of broke
A
him.
man versus a man.
Conway's big. He just ran into another big guy in Caleb Campos in the
Campos.
finals of the EIWAs, and I think a lot of people saw Conway. You drop a guy who's outside the top 10 all year in Caleb Campos, and you still get the 4 seed. Now you may be a little down on him, but Campos has got some ability. Like his blast double was working the entire weekend, and he's a big physical guy, so he's trouble.
Let's see, you're all Americans here.
Who do you have winning 84?
Max.
Oh, that's right. You actually picked him.
I actually picked him. Go Gophers.
Gophers, dear.
In the golden singlet, they got to bust it out.
They don't get to
yeah.
wear it if they don't make. They got to make the
Iconic.
finals.
I know, and he's gonna.
He go in the
Out of that bottom side,
You got Isaac Dean taking 6th.
Wow.
There's the Cyclone ring.
There he is. There's
He's a tough out, you know.
Well, you got Man making the semis. So your answer to that question is yes.
no, he has.
I have Dean.
Wait.
Oh my lord!
Wow. Everyone's sleeping on James Conway.
Conway beat Dean pretty bad at Vegas. It was like 2 takedowns to none.
Yeah, and he was hot in Vegas, and then he lost at EAWAs. He cooled off.
Justice for Conway.
What a betrayal of your best friend and diplomat.
Hey, that's how you know this pick is for real, because no one is a bigger Diplomat fan in this room than me.
Okay.
So I will say, though, this is a bracket, especially for someone like James Conway. You definitely want to stay on the front side as long as you can, because then I think I'm hitting – who do I have hitting on the backside?
Who's that?
Conway.
Conway. You have him losing to Fishback.
Yeah.
And then you have Fishback losing to Sinclair.
Yeah.
Because you have
Oh my!
Look at that round of 12.
Look at this.
You have Ferrari beating.
I have Ferrari beating Sinclair.
There.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. 197.
197.
Who do you have making it to bar? Let's skip to that.
I have Rocky. I think he does it. I think
Wow.
I think he's the only guy with a chance against Josh. He's got to get a takedown early.
He's got to use the choke slam
Yeah,
force.
has a choke slam Josh Barber.
Later.
He's got to get needs a first period takedown. If Rocky Elam decides to do the feel out first period, you're lost already.
Yeah,
you can't do that with this guy.
That's Bar's wheel.
What you have in the third period is not going to be what Josh has. He's going to have more. So you got to get this guy early.
Got to ride him. Yep.
Hold him down. Say stay there.
Christian, I'm a little surprised here. You got Rademacher making the semis
know.
over Stephen Little, who just beat him in the Pac-12.
And has owned him his entire career.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a curveball. That's
Okay.
wrong. That's fine.
It is Pac-12's greatest weight.
It is consistently.
You have Posada.
I love
Placing
Posada.
8.
Everyone knows that. I do have Sasso placing
Yeah.
the 4. It's
Whoa.
not easy.
Yeah.
Sasso over Rademacher. I'm ready to ride the Sasso train.
I got Sasso taking 4th.
I was so impressed by him at ACC's. Just
Look,
body
but look, I have Little wrestling back for 3rd
Oh,
because I have Sasso
do.
beating Rademacher.
And you have Merrill taking 7th.
Yes.
Okay. JB.
Merrill taking 5th. This way is extremely chalk for me,
Yeah.
except McDaniel coming in at number 8, which
I think he does it again.
I think that's a good pick.
It-
He's looking
He
good.
does it again.
he will sing it again. Yeah.
Merrill.
Big boys.
All right. Chevys.
All right. Who do you guys got?
I'm going younger.
Yeah.
I am nervous.
Yeah, I've been planting this Trumbull seed for a couple months now.
But hey, if somebody's going to beat younger,
And then
make it a
What
Millard
about,
South
a
graduate.
fast twitch semi?
That's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah.
The rematch.
Yes.
grab gate.
It's been a let's
World
not
5-on-2.
let's not
It's a thigh pride. What are you talking about? I don't know what any of you guys are talking about.
learn ball. You have Mirasola beating Keeter and then losing to Bastida. I think that's a really tough match for Cole. As most are with Younger. AJ, I don't know how he scores on Younger. I think Younger's going to be able to take him down. He's not quite as powerful at heavyweight as he was in 97. Yeah.
Younger probably, I'm picking him to win, and he's on my fantasy team. But I wouldn't mind some people picking against him just so you could give Younger an excuse to win and then say, you forget who I am,
Yes.
Younger Bastida.
and do a little bit of nice celebration.
He is one I feel like a lot of people are going to be rooting for just because of his whole story.
Yeah, it's cool.
So
Yeah,
Outside
the
of
story
that-
being coming from Cuba, not having very much, and
right,
really changing his
rags to
entire life.
riches, the American dream.
Yes.
Braxton losing in the round of
know.
12. What are you doing?
I know. I
Cowboy.
don't know. I just feel like
Doucette.
Doucette's like kind of, I don't know. I feel like Doucette's going to place. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Braxton, honestly, go up top. I think Braxton, if he beats Feldman, he could just as well be in the semis. I think he's one of those.
Could we finally see
How do-
Braxton versus
AJ?
AJ? Yeah.
How do we feel about this Feldman Ferrari round 4?
Round 4. I don't have a great read on it, honestly. And Feldman seemed to get a little dinged in his last match at Big Ten. So I don't know how he's feeling. Tom Ryan said he was also sick, maybe. So I don't know. I think that's pretty much a coin flip match.
That's how I felt too. I went Ferrari.
I just think AJ's going to be able to do his stupid ride-out thing.
Yeah.
Second period.
And you guys both.
But did we account for his family won't be Matt's side to get stalling
get
calls?
stall calls.
They're gonna find a way.
He didn't have
They're gonna find a
he
way.
didn't need
It's
that.
actually true.
He didn't
Yeah.
need
That was
that
against
at Big
Gadali.
Tens.
That was against Gadali.
You guys both have who's number 1 rematch in the blood round? Nick Feldman.
I
Christian
freaking
Carroll.
hate Carroll's draw. I was like
Yeah.
ready to put him on a run, and then his draw is he's not going to beat Trumbull. That's just a bad matchup. And then Feldman beat him pretty convincingly, I think, at duels.
Yeah.
So that's just a bad, unlucky. He had a bad Big 12s, and he really paid the price for it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got a $20 super chat, a heavyweight super chat.
Hey,
Nice.
before, because we've pretty much run through,
Mm-hmm.
we have run through all the brackets. So before we get to questions, just gonna
This is
shout
about
out.
heavyweight.
Okay.
This is about heavyweight.
Why don't we do what JD's going to do, and then
do what JD's
they
gonna
do what
do,
he's
do
going to
it.
do.
Oh, I got to
do
do
it.
something as well.
And then we're gonna do.
I'll be right back.
Do what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Christian's just going to leave. I
I'm
guess.
just gonna leave. All right.
All right. Cool.
I was
Our
gonna-
show now.
I was going
What
to
should we
shout
do?
out our friends at Lineup Legends.
Ooh, yeah.
Go to lineuplegends.com. Make your NCAA picks 100% free, and the winner gets $10,000. What more do you even need to know?
It's really astounding that you keep thinking like, okay, well, what's the thing? You have to like sign up for this, or it's like one of those timeshare giveaways where now you got to blah blah blah. Nope, no catch, no hook. Just
And they actually announced a winner. We will announce it on the
we
show.
have paid 10,000. Well, not us. Lineup Legends has, but we've got the pleasure of announcing actual money going to 2 winners now in a row.
Look at this. This is amazing. All right, $10,000 main prize, free entry. This is not gambling. You're gambling zero. This is just
That's right. You're putting 0 at risk.
sweepstakes.
It's
And
a
then,
game.
Also,
It's just a prize.
Look at this year, additional $4,000 available in top referrer bonuses. So if you get a bunch of your friends to sign up, you get a referrer bonus.
Email Andrew at Lineup Legends. Great name.
Yeah. So go and do it. If you're a
do it.
wrestling fan, you're listening to the show, you're a wrestling fan, go do it.
Everybody that listens to FRL should sign up for Lineup Legends. That's
Yes.
not even.
And then say that Jonathan.Kozak at flowsports.tv was your referrer. Email Andrew.
Let John get some of
I
that.
have 4 daughters to feed, 1,000 for each daughter.
You come home and you're like, hey guys, good news. You all get $1,000 to eat now for however long that lasts you. Great.
Yeah. All right, Spade, what were you going to do now?
I was going to say, can you hand me one of those freaks that we brought out here? Take that off the leash. And now, check this out. These are the freaks, the Nike freaks. You go to athleteps.com. Our good friends at Nike. You can get yourself some great merch. You can get some Nike wrestling gear. And then, hey, it's a postseason thing. Everything's finally wrapping up on the high school level. This is the last week, or was the last weekend. Ohio just had their championships. But now the off season, now your practice shoes, you're going to need to get geared up and ready to go for club season. AthletePS.com. Our great friends at Nike Wrestling will hook you up with everything you need.
You better still be training.
That's right. There's no off season.
Off-season.
Didn't
gotta-
get what you want. Only one way to get it.
Rents-
And if you got what you want, if you want to get it again. So
Yeah.
this is a year-round wrestling show, And the people that are going to buy Nike shoes, they're the year-round wrestlers. So you need a new pair.
That's right. And if you want to look really good when you do the splits, because I've now seen the AJ Ferrari.
Did he
move.
retire them?
The splits?
Yeah.
I don't think, no, because now there was somebody just sent me, that's what I was looking up,
He didn't do any splits at Big Tens.
Well,
I think it was that reserved explicitly for the championship.
Ben Kaiser of Ohio, a freshman heavyweight champ,
Ooh.
won Ohio State title.
Shout out.
And then
Congrats.
jumped and did the splits. And this was, it
We got
almost
video
hurt.
of this?
I'll see if I can find it.
It's, go to
Send that to Kozak.
Dubstat Wrestling on Instagram.
Sports Tubs?
Oh, yeah. Kozak, I can send it to you here.
I think I got it.
Get those super chats in.
Yeah, everybody
Go to
that,
the front of the line.
Kozak.
yeah, that's it. You got to wait to the end
Oh,
there.
he's tall.
Yeah.
Those look like
Now-
Whoa!
Oh, wow. Like
That's
a
a
Cade
quality-
Ziola type. You know what I want to see next time? Get those hands out of there. Don't brace your fall. Just I want to just go for it.
Break your fall.
Yeah.
No, don't do
He
that.
slid into it pretty hard, even with the hands. Though.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't go hands
So
first.
shout out Luke Beatty for sending that to me.
Yeah.
All right, we got some super chats. I also asked the chat who's going to win 184.
Dang, they're pretty well split.
Rocco Welsh, 36%. McAnally, 28%. Sinclair, 24%. Angelo Ferrari, 12%. Polls are closed.
That's you normally have somebody run away with it or win in like as a popularity contest. That's quite split.
All right, we got a lot of super chats to get to that I did not get to
Do you
yet.
sort them?
Yeah, I
You have
can
to scroll like that.
I'll sort them up. Oh, I didn't realize I was sharing my screen here.
Yeah, you are.
Look at that. Okay. Here's our fan funding. Okay.
These are all the guys.
We're going
That,
to start with the heavyweight one because it was the most
Yeah.
relevant. Burkhawk for life. A great super chat.
Yeah.
He
What
says,
a legend.
He says, time to eat, gents.
oh yeah.
$20. 4 footlongs, one for each. Can Mirasola or Carroll finish top 4 at heavyweight? Please advise on a high performer at heavyweight, not seated in the top 4. I have a budget for picks.
I will say I love the formats where you only get a certain amount to spend and it's based on seeds.
Yeah, I love that too. I would definitely favor Mirasola over Carroll. I don't think Christian's going to be top 4. I don't have.
You have Mirasola 4th.
There you go. How about that?
Yeah.
So
James, you have Mirasola 8th.
All right.
I believe in Cole 2 times as much as JD.
He was kind of like Carroll for me too, where before I actually filled out my bracket, I was like, oh, he's going to place up
Right.
there pretty high. And then you're going through and you're like, well, I have him losing to this guy. So
Okay. This is a great question from Jason Dahl, 7807. 4 more footlongs. Amazing. We're getting to eat so much. According to your prediction of the finals, how would you set up? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, snap. Oh, no.
What
happened?
Google.
It just happened.
Wait, hold on.
once in a while.
Are we not live streaming anymore?
No, we're live streaming. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was scary.
The live stream for YouTube is not dependent on my internet.
Okay.
Oh, you
Or
just
my
lost your
computer.
browser.
Planet's internet.
that was just a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah. All right. All right, we're back to Jason Dahl.
What a panic.
So according to our predictions of the finals, how would you set up the finals? Who would be the first match? Who would be the last? How would you put
Yeah.
the order? Would you just
Got
do
it.
it 125 to 180? 280?
I would
first of
start-
all-
49.
Do
Start.
you like going in order for the NCAA finals in weight order, or do you like mixing it up? And if you do mix it up, do you like just starting at one weight and then going in weight order, or are you just completely random? This is what I
I
want to
would
start
not be
with.
opposed to a completely random order at all. I just think, for simplicity's sake, and not because this would take an hour, I would like to start at 49 and end at 41, going in weight class order. I think Mendez has earned the last match, and I think it would honestly be so hyped. I think you could also start with 41, end with 33.
Yeah.
Batch of 2 freshmen, like kind of gives the reverence. It's kind of like how they did Carter last year, going first, although that was very controversial.
I like the back-to-back, though, 133 and then 141 to close out.
To close it out.
Close
Yeah,
it
oh,
out.
yeah,
Like
that's
the
fire.
co-main and then the main event.
Yeah, do that.
When you guys say random, you don't mean like draw out of a hat. You mean like just jumble up so that you can like nothing is necessarily consecutive.
You create any order you
sure.
want.
The order you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't want random. Like
Yeah, no, that's not what he means.
I personally just don't really care because I watch them all anyway.
I don't
And I know you're like supposed to whatever, but
Well, here's the thing that
I mean, I still think you should, like, oh, this is the main event. We'll put this one last. I understand that. I just personally, I'm locked in for the entire NCAA finals, so I don't
Yeah.
personally don't really care.
And I think it can get lost in people where they, make too much of a deal about where we're starting or whatever. But it matters to the broadcaster, and there's money on the line for ESPN. And
Right.
you want ESPN to want to invest in wrestling, so I would just leave it up to them and just say, like, look, it's their broadcast. They should be able to, suggest things that they think is going to help and make them look at wrestling in a more positive light.
Yeah. All right, 205, David. Just a soft cookie, 199. We need Cyclone Sion's predictions.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Gotta
If
get 'em.
Sion walks in, he can give them.
All right.
There's no way he can get in this building.
No, he won't have that
We've been
card
we've been in
situation.
Congress for 3-4 years, and he just
Yeah.
now is getting in.
We're not letting him
He's
in.
in trouble, too, because you cannot see that front, like, glass door from any convenient place in our new office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Another, let's see, 205 David. Foot long. Virginia Tech looking real dangerous next year. 125 Eddie, 133 Campbell, 141 Seidel, 149 Bassett, 157 Henson. I know Tony's already looking forward to next season.
Tony's locked in. That's just where you're wrong. Tony is looking forward to this week, and that's Coach Roby to us. Yeah, does Aaron go up to 41? I think that's going to happen at some point. Is it next year? I think a lot depends on where Bo winds up. And also Crook, I think, has another year, maybe. But yeah, the broader point, Tech's going to be awesome next year.
But you think Bo is the driver of the
Not the driver.
arrangement?
I think if Bo wanted to go 41, then he will. If he's at 49, or does Henson want to go 49? Is he outgrown that weight class? I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Academy of Champions, 2 foot longs. Be awesome if y'all did a documentary on a new program like Utah Valley, their backstories, journey, keep people, and growing fandoms.
Well, they're not really new, but
I mean, like, new,
yeah.
like a one that we haven't covered.
An emerging. Yeah, I mean, we should get out to Utah Valley at some point.
I think that's on Tyler's, like, to-do vlogs, like highlighting, a program that doesn't get the same shine as
Yeah,
the ones that always do.
that'd be a fun one to go to.
And there's not a lot of programs out. I mean, you got the next nearest one is either, I don't know, Air Force or Wyoming or Oregon State or something. I mean, that region of the U.S. still has a lot of good wrestling, and they're not really being served by programs. So you got to I put a lot of respect on a program like Utah Valley that's out there.
Well-
I got Evans taking 8th at 149.
I think he can do it, yeah.
The next
He
pair.
looked good at Big 12s.
All right. We answered that one. We're just still catching up. John Crew, he's catching up. $5 foot long. He says, just got here, missed 133. An overlooked freshman, IMO, is Gunnar Andrick.
Correct.
I think he's a top 8 talent. Maybe not this year, but what do you think about next?
I think Gunner's really good. He's been tough all year long. This is probably not the year for him. I think it's just a little. I think he needs a year or two, but I think he'll get there.
And he's a West Virginian. Mm-hmm. All right, fighting brackies. Can't
All
sleep
right.
on him.
We have a trivia question for us.
Oh,
For $5. Let's go through it quickly. How many sets of brothers can you name in Division I wrestling, even if they're teammates or wrestle for different teams? Scott Davis, 80-94.
Blaze Ferrari, Espinosa Owens,
Did you say Frost?
Frost,
Ross.
Crooks.
Crooks,
Oh yeah.
the Miller Bros,
Yeah.
And there was one.
Mirasolas.
The Cunninghams. I think they're both still on the
Andersons,
No.
The Brands Bros.
Bianchis.
Yes. Well, is there another one?
There was.
I mean, I just thought Miss was like current.
Greg says there's 3 brothers. Producer Greg.
Because he was Little Rock.
He's
He was
Little
rocked
Rock.
up.
Rocked up.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, next.
Okay, that's all our super chats for now.
Let's go to we had some good questions.
We'll get to the
from-
poor boys.
the-
All right. This is not it.
They're saving their money for tickets.
All right, Slink, great question asker. How many 15-plus seeds All-American?
I think I definitely had more than 2.
You can pull it up in the sheet
Look at mine real
for
quick.
ours.
Okay, I'll look at both of yours.
I don't think I had.
We didn't talk
outside
team
guys.
scores for you guys.
Yeah.
So
We
we'll
said
do that
we-
after it.
We said how
After this.
cowboy
Um,
I was.
Christian, you have, let's see, Zach Ryder, 22 seed,
Let's go.
and Jacob Frost, 16 seed, and that's it.
Okay, 2.
So you have 2. James, let me see, what do you got? You have
28 seed.
Garrett Grice, baby, 28.
Nice.
Not even a starter until Big 12s.
Okay. Daniel, Isaac Dean. Yeah, I think Dean is your next at 13. So Just a coincidence.
Crazy that they're 2 cyclones.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so weird.
Curious.
Yeah. You guys want to talk your team scores real quick? Did you do that?
We can briefly.
Briefly.
I have Penn State re-breaking the record.
Jeez,
I
look
have
at that.
over 180 points.
Wow.
I've got Oklahoma State in second, not by as much as Cowboy JD, but I have him second.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State third, Nebraska fourth, Iowa fifth. That's my top
Man,
five.
you're a big-time Michigan hater. Look at this.
Well, far from it. I love Michigan.
Oh, crazy.
I have Lackland. I have the 11 seed in the semis.
Nuts. All right, JD. He has Penn State missing the record by one point.
1 point.
JD hater.
Which I actually said I thought they were going to break it before I filled out my bracket. And I still think
I think
they.
it's the mess and bring DMP that cooked them.
Yeah, that was crazy work there.
Cowboys going crazy, though, which I did not intend.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I think I gave almost all of them, like, to their seed or above,
I've just incepted you.
I guess. Which is weird, too, because they also got kind of tough draws, even out of some of the
I think they had really
seeds.
tough draws. It could be a tough weekend for the Cowboys. That's very reasonable. I just believe, I believe in what they're doing. I think they're going to wrestle their best.
Can I do a blanket PSA for everybody watching? Is don't overreact to your team after day one. Because all those.
Lot of
What's the fun in that, Spain?
Yeah, react.
Because I've seen it happen so many times. There are like some legendary message board meltdowns.
Oh, yeah.
That was almost like part
They're
of
all
the
on the
fun.
Hawkeye report, though.
And now they're in other message boards. Yeah.
I did Oklahoma State's like draws, and they're on the same side of the bracket as Penn State in 6 of the 10 weights, and they will not be favored. I think in 5 of those.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, the path to the finals, which is kind of like what you're looking for, what you would hope, is just like it's not there for a lot of their best guys.
It's Penn State against everybody.
All right, back to questions. Okay. Clint, Russell Madness. Which of the 12 seeds are most likely to reach the semifinals? Vincent Robinson, Vinny Zerban, Dylan Fishback.
I would say, I put Fishback in the semis and none of the others, so I would say him. But I really think Robinson, he's never lost to Spratley. And, Vince Robinson, Sheldon Seymour.
Yeah?
Is Robinson not the favorite there?
I was going to say,
I could be swayed.
even though I have V-Rod DNP'ing, that's still the answer for me.
Yeah.
Is Vince Robinson.
Yeah, 125, returning champ. He's not gotten worse.
Yeah. All right. Next question from my friend Animal Talk. What is the sequence of events that would have to happen for Jax Forrest to win the Hodge?
I think Mitchell and Josh and Jesse would probably all have to lose at this point.
Yeah.
And he needs to, bonus his way to the finals.
Yeah. Ben, do you start the Kale talk?
No. Next question.
What if
Four-time
Mitch-
Hodge
what if-
Trophy winner?
What if he Tech Pence his way through the bracket?
Wait,
Jesse and Mitchell, only decisions. And Josh Parr, only decisions the entire tournament.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I might consider it. Got to vote. I'll air it out. We'll discuss it. I like to let the dust settle, too. It's fun to talk about, but there's so much wrestling to happen.
All right. We got another super chat we'll get to real quick. $9.99 from Yahweh's Kid Wrestler. Appreciate you guys so much. Chips and cookies on me. Can you please post a link for the digital bracket for us, please, and thank you. 2 pleases. All right.
Yeah.
I'll do that in the chat after I ask the next question. We appreciate the kind words.
Cookies, baby.
Yeah, we already said how clutch it is just to have the brackets to fill out and not
Yeah.
have to write them. All right, Tyler Perry. If you drop 2024 Vito and RBY into the 133 bracket, where would they place? Say they are 1 and 2, and everyone goes down a seed. Also, wouldn't it be 20?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Just peak Vito, peak
Peak
RBY.
Vito, peak RBY.
Man,
How do they
Vito
do?
was so good.
Yeah, I can't pick against peak Vito in almost any scenario.
I don't know.
I still
feel like-
might take Jax.
I think I'd take Jax. I don't know.
Peak Vito. Didn't he still lose to?
Crookham.
No,
No, because he messed
Latona.
Crookham up.
Latona. He lost to
al-
Latona that year.
That's what I'm saying.
And he
It's
almost got Latona at NCAAs when
Yeah.
he was peak Vito.
Right.
I don't know. I honestly think they're just two more contenders in this way. I don't think either is a strong favorite. I think they're both super viable, could definitely win. Yeah, I'm not putting Vito ahead of. I mean, does Vito beat Ben DeVino? I don't know. Marcus plays. I'm not sure. Pick next.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find that link to those brackets. Okay. FRL Poor Boys asks, we can fix 90% of coaches' beefs with seeds. After seeds are released, allow better seeds to trade down to take a more favorable draw, ending with the number 1 seed. Aiden can trade his spot for a Brockman. Then Rocco can decide to trade, likely for Max's spot. Who loses?
That would be so fun. It's not possible, but man, I would absolutely love that. And I often think about like, man, you have the better numerical seed, but you would definitely move to this draw with a worse seed. That'd be so fun, but it's also like kind of an admission on the coach's part, like, oh, we don't match up good here or whatever, and they won't do that. And it's just not a reasonable thing to do, but it would be so fun. I think about that all the time.
Yeah. It's also, I don't know, maybe we're pointing out that seeds, the more you move them around, the less they're going to actually line up to, like, true talent, and you want to earn that seed. But then if a guy doesn't wrestle a bunch and he's still that good, seeding him poorly because he didn't earn that seed doesn't do anybody any favors. So you're caught in that middle of trying to do the right thing both ways.
I hate how the NFL, for their playoffs, will, like, redo a bracket. So the top seed always has the favorable matchup.
See, I like that, and if seeds are important and you want the best guys to have the best chance of winning because of how they do in the regular season, I think NCAA wrestling should reseed every round.
Meaning if
Like redraw.
Meaning if like a 1 seed got upset.
The 1 seed is there, and he always gets the worst seed of the next round.
Bracket's the bracket.
Yeah.
I get
love
that
that.
too, but that's because we're adding chaos, and we're not trying to find the actual true best guy. We want a little upset in there, and you want to keep those upsets going.
Christian, when did you put that link in?
I emailed it.
You emailed it.
It's in an email.
Oh, okay.
Of my emails.
All right. Can you email this guy the link?
John's got questions to scroll through.
Okay. Next question from CJ Kemp. With no 4 or 5-timers this year in the presence of huge names like Gable, do you expect the finals to go in weight order? We already answered that. No big storyline. We said 4.
Well, we didn't say what we expect.
What do you expect?
I think ending with Jesse makes sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you think that's what they'll do?
I don't know.
Me neither. I feel like
I
they'll just go in weight
could
order.
see them ending with 33. I could definitely see that. If it's Jax. Oh man.
All right.
Just put it at the end.
Next question. From Tyler Perry, what's your boldest predictions for NCAAs? Mine, Guy over Shane Van Ness in the semis, then loses to Aiden Valencia in the finals. That is bold.
Bro's out on the limb.
All right.
I love it.
That's good.
I don't think that's, I mean, for crazy takes, you can stand that one up, Tyler. I'm not mad at it.
My boldest, I already said, Lachlan McNeil.
Only in your freaking lineup legends gimmick.
I haven't published my 149 article.
Okay, let's see you do it.
Be real. I don't
won't
Also,
do it.
it will be real because I will just clip this and post it to you.
I've got just like a 3-second clip of it, like I've got Lachlan McNeil winning NCAAs, and just that's it.
There you go.
No context.
I have a backup All-Americaning, so.
There you go.
Garrett Grice.
G Greasy.
Okay. All right. Next question from Ian Brown. Jax is 13-0 going to NCAAs and the 1 seed. Do you know who scored the most points on him this season? And then he gives the answer.
Carson Brown. Well, not really this season. That's a different season in a weird way, but it's true. Carson Brown's tough, also bigger. Jax,
Also, 4-time state champ from Ohio when he wrote this tweet. So
where's he going to college?
Pitt.
Shout out Pitt. That's a good pickup for Coach Gavin. Yeah, he wrestled him tough. I feel like Jax did not wrestle his best match that day.
Yeah.
I think that goes kind of without saying.
Also, this
Jax sometimes just does crazy stuff. You're like, what were you trying?
in there?
What was how did you think that was gonna end?
What happened there?
What happened there?
Yeah. Also, this was written by Ian Brown, so I'm wondering
Oh.
if it's a
Is that the?
a relative.
Oh, well, Ian Brown was a guy that wrestled at Lehigh.
Okay.
Remember him?
Nate Brown?
No, Ian.
Ian Brown?
Matt Brown?
I'm trying to get the link so I can help our friends in the chat of the spreadsheet.
Ian Brown was like a 57-pounder for Lehigh. He was super tough.
Ian Bush?
Click him. That might be him.
Okay. I'll click him.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a link.
We'll get the link.
We'll get the link.
We'll put it in the.
It's
we'll
an Excel.
He's a mechanical engineer.
Yeah,
This could be him.
That sounds like a Lehigh boy.
They are engineers.
He kind of looks like that. I don't know. I don't know.
He's a wrestling coach. He's also at 8 region Pokemon.
Ian Brown. Are you Ian Brown from Lehigh?
His last real tweet.
Be careful. Every time I check someone's tweets, it's like
No, this guy's, he's just hardcore.
he's just an all right, good. I like
look,
this
he's
guy.
just-
Brexville. So he's.
Rexville. Yeah, he's just tweeting.
I don't think that's him.
No.
I don't know why I thought Ian Brown had red
His life
hair.
is going.
Look up
Ian Brown.
Ian Brown Lehigh Wrestling
Red hair.
Okay.
At red hair.
at redhair.com.
Brown, Lehigh Wrestling. We're also 15.
Dude, imagine being Ian Brown.
We're also 15 over right now.
Yep.
We did. Let's see there.
He's kind of red hair, isn't it?
That's not him.
That's not him though. Different Ian Brown.
Different Ian Brown.
That's Timothy.
He's from
Hanover, PA. He is a chemical engineer, but everyone at Lehigh is an engineer, pretty much. All right, next.
All right, we got a super chat. This is from, I don't know, something that has the words succulent and Chinese back to back.
Chinese meal?
Yeah, that's everyone's hero from Australia.
He says he's going to
R.I.P.
NCAAs with his friend group. I think the main problem of my friend group is I have to be in it.
Right?
That's why I want to be Spay. His friend group has a really smooth rhythm, all orchestrated perfectly by Spay.
Wait, what?
What friend group? Who is this guy?
I don't know. Here, I'll show you the.
Who is this guy?
Succulent Chinese meal. I see you know your judo well. Is all I can say to that. But yeah, thanks. I do
Is this
think my
Ian
friend-
Brown from Lehigh?
No, this is not Ian Brown from Lehigh.
I like to think the friend group does have a real smooth rhythm as well, but I don't know how much it's orchestrated by me. But I mean, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, we
I
read
don't know
it.
how to respond to that.
There you go. Greg, let me know how long you want us to go here, because
Yeah, you're gonna
go all day.
have to kill us.
Outta here.
You know what I
No,
mean?
we'll finish the Twitter questions and we can go.
All right,
Unless
we go.
Greg says we gotta go.
Got so many Twitter questions.
Not that many left though.
All right.
Well, that actually
Josh.
looks like a lot.
From
We're gonna
Big-
rapid fire these though.
From Big
okay?
ZZ. Rank these 7 seeds in order of likelihood to reach the finals, 1 being most likely.
I hate
Steve,
this one.
Errol.
Get it outta here.
Ferrari, Webster.
I don't want to do it.
Okay. I'm going to go Ferrari, Steed, Merrill, Webster. There you go.
I'll ditto that.
AZ Wrestling fan. I know 5 champs is harder than 10 AAs, but
True.
is 7 champs easier than 10 AAs?
Yes.
What's more likely for Penn State, 7 champs or 10 AAs?
10 All-Americans by far.
Really?
Yes, of course.
Okay. You believe in Braden Davis?
I'm pretty sure I have Braden All-American name, which I think
don't think you do.
I didn't.
I don't think so.
I don't.
I
think
can
do.
check. I feel like I would have.
I remember him going on a deep run.
This is a good question. I'm
You have him making the round of 12.
gonna get
12,
ChatGPT on it.
You're gonna get,
Kozak's like, I would have
He
remembered
doesn't
that.
know anything.
No, but if you can do it by the same way I did how many champs is
just
it?
statistical
Penn State would say,
probabilities.
if you use our expertise and say these are the odds of Braden Davis All-Americaning and blah blah blah, what's more
Okay.
likely, 7 champs or 10 AAs? It will give you the odds based on what you tell us.
Christian has Braden Davis in the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shocked FRL. Is it fair to say anyone who picks 3 or less Penn State champions is just a Penn State hater?
3 or less.
So you're picking
You could be a Penn State fan. and you just wanna-
Messenbrink, Josh Barr, I feel like,
Levi.
Locks.
I don't think you're a hater. I mean,
I don't think it's
you
shocking.
guys know how many they had last year? 2. It's not that crazy. That team broke the record.
Yeah.
I feel like
Fourth-
if you pick 3, if you're picking less, you're a Penn State hater for sure.
Less than 3, you're probably a Penn State hater.
You're finding a reason. You're picking Minto over Levi for no other reason
Picking,
than you
Minto
want
Lehigh
Minto to win.
and Rocco Welsh to lose.
And Shane Van Ness and Luke Lillidahl.
Luke Lillidahl, Marcus Blaze.
Yeah, because you're a fan and you're hedging your emotional bets. You're saying I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting a little bit more.
Maybe if you're just a very anxious Penn State fan and
Yes.
you don't want to get your hopes up too high.
Yes.
Yeah.
You coddle yourself a little. It's called self-care.
There you go. Okay. Oh, wow. Salty walk-on. Boys, it's been a day. Cleveland plus I-80 closure has stranded me in Des Moines, but I did get to
Great
see
place to be stranded.
Life U women's wrestling win the gold and eat my first Casey's.
Wow.
All right.
You ate your first.
Congratulations.
There you go. Look at that. He ate his first Casey's.
We can't see this.
Oh, you
by the
can't
way.
see
He's
it?
not been showing any of your screen.
Yes, I have.
It's.
No,
Me.
he's,
I'm the one.
He's showing the
I'm the one
brackets.
that's
Oh, okay. We got the
Yeah.
pizza.
I was
right.
talking to Kozak.
Oh,
All right. Donk Lesnar. Any intel
You messed
on
up not
how-
going taco or breakfast if it was available though.
Any intel on how stalling will be called? Is shot count or map position more important?
well, first off, I resent that you think we know, that anyone knows, but it is like that. What you do kind of hear is like taking risks, taking attacks. In map position doesn't really matter unless you're taking them out of bounds consistently. But like if you're just kind of controlling center, they don't really care about that. Nor do I think should they. So it's like the word you hear is like risk, taking risk.
Okay.
That is the part of folk style stalling that I like more than freestyle
Yeah.
stalling. I like that is rewarded.
Yeah. I do like that map position is really clear though. Your
Sure,
butt's
you
in
know
the
it- you
center.
know it
I
going
like
in.
I do like that.
You can't fake it with half shot.
And it's sort of hard to be passive and control center.
Because I will say it would stink if you're a guy who wants to be more in the tie before you shoot versus a guy who likes to play that backup shoot game. And if that guy's playing that game and maybe he has a higher shot count, and it's like, well, yeah, but he's
Yeah.
avoiding me getting to my
Yeah.
position.
I don't really know. I don't think I have a preference. Kind of like jury's out on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Abe Marosla. Am I crazy for thinking Jax Force will be the only number 1 seed to not make the finals?
That would be crazy. A different number,
If he's the only one,
the only number one to not make the finals. To win, that wouldn't be.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Like I could see it happen.
You think he loses to Seidel and you think Luke, Jesse,
I'm
Shane-
sorry. I misread the question.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy.
I thought
Abe,
was
you're
backwards.
saying you're a competent.
Jax
fan
is the
trial.
only 1 seed that does make the finals.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that is
yeah. That would be crazy. That would be crazy, Abe. But that's not what you think.
Okay. Worm. Who's the guy that underperformed
Big Worm?
A big worm.
in the conference tournament that's going to overperform NCAAs?
Could be Angelo.
Could be Angelo.
That would be a good candidate. He
You,
got. he got
you
eighth.
shouted out Will Denny.
Yep. Could be Lucas Bird,
Yeah.
Bird,
Joey Blaze,
Matty Bianchi.
Caleb Tyus.
Shapiro.
Conway.
Yeah, Conway.
Conway's
Spyro.
4, so it's almost like,
That's kind of where he should be.
yeah, you can't.
True, but just off conference tournament.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Mystic Matt, which is better at wrestling, Lehigh Valley or Pittsburgh area?
I feel like the Pittsburgh area is like bigger.
Yeah.
So
Per capita, it's definitely Lehigh Valley, though.
Yeah. Lehigh Valley is like more concentrated and there's no parts. There's parts of Pittsburgh where they probably aren't all that into wrestling. Not big, but Lehigh Valley is like ultra concentrated.
yeah.
Okay. Real Avery Lynch. The chat, which, Avery, we've missed you in the chat,
Yeah. Where you been?
needs to know what's the rating of the hotel
Well,
you guys
sorry.
are staying in this year.
But before we move on, just some numbers that I think prove it's actually probably high. I want to say half of the NCAA qualifiers from Pennsylvania this year were D11.
Okay. Which is Lehigh.
Right. Now, the second most was the Pittsburgh area,
Whippeal.
Whippeal, or maybe it was Whippeal.
Maybe it was
Shoot,
the
I
other
can't remember
round.
now.
All right.
Damn
oh
it.
boy.
Somebody responded to like one of our tweets or something and said,
Counted them
there's-
up.
Yeah.
We'll look at the map.
We'll look at them.
You know our map style.
We got him.
We'll be in
Okay.
maps.
All right, so what's the rating of our hotel?
I think
Are we
it's.
all staying in the same spot?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That-
decent because we got some crazy ramp bucks for it.
Yeah. It was like a town and suites.
It's not bad.
Which are
Don't-
fine.
Let's not tell them.
Don't tell them.
Tell them.
It's a little off grid.
We did have to. Yeah, we are not downtown.
We got to hike a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it looks nice.
It looks solid. I think we're gonna be okay. But we'll let you know. We kind of haven't slummed it in a while. The last time we really had a rough one was and it wasn't bad, but the Olympic trials at
See, I'm
State
looking up.
College.
our Google.
I think the worst hotel I've ever stayed in was in Cleveland.
Really?
Coming back
I thought you
from,
said you've never been in Cleveland.
I stayed there after
Geneva?
and just spent the night at a
That
hotel by the airport.
He's been to Cleveland. He's never been to Cleveland.
Yeah, if you literally just drive to the hotel, sleep, wake up at
We're looking
6 a.m. and go to
We're
the
looking at
airport.
3.8 out of 5 stars.
It's pretty
on
good.
on Google reviews.
Bees get degrees, gang.
Yeah,
I don't have any good stories, but the hotel I stayed at for EIWAs was not great.
yeah. All right, what would Jax have to place for his NCAA performance to be deemed underwhelming? This is from Harrison Bruno.
I mean, if he got 4th or 5th, I think people would be like, dang, it's not kind of what we thought.
Yeah.
I will
if
say
he
I wouldn't
loses
be
one-
underwhelmed if he took 4th.
Yeah,
But that's 2 losses.
You picked him to win.
But I realize that a 4th place finish is within the boundaries.
If he gets 4th and doesn't beat any of the big 4 or 5, I think that would be,
maybe underwhelming, but it's a possibility. It's not.
yes.
3rd or 2nd, you can say he only lost
beat one of the
once,
guys.
and he had to have beaten somebody. And top 3 is bronze, silver.
It's just like prior to Big 12s, you probably would have said 4th is not crazy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like his seed. Like,
Well, I don't know.
What
he
really
did
changed?
to Drake.
Yeah.
It's also crazy that Oklahoma State started the year with the national champion at that weight and also had Ronnie Ramirez, and then they had to make a move. They had to do something that was unprecedented, and now it's anything but top 3 is going to be a disappointment. So, so far,
Yeah.
maybe
All
not
right.
disappointment, but
Boys, we got to go. Greg's got a date
All
at
right.
11 o'clock a.m.
Dang. Shout out G. All right, let's go.
hey,
Oh, yes.
scheduling Thursday,
Thursday, we think 5
p.m.
Eastern.
5
Eastern.
Eastern.
And same for Friday. And then, but there's going to be so many videos of us talking about wrestling, you're going to go insane. But
and
yeah,
me, Bray, and Bader are going to be watch partying.
Oh, yeah.
check that out.
All
So the
weekend
whole
long.
weekend, we are going to be ensconced in this lovely studio.
This place is going to smell like so much food when we get back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for letting us go extra a little bit. It's that time of year, though, gang. I mean, it's just hard to compress it into an hour and a half. Crazy it is to say. We'll be back Thursday evening. We'll see you then. Travel safe to Cleveland. Get in line early because the TSAs are a mother these days. See ya.